fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Welcome, VULTURE Podcast, kind of caught off guard there, episode 28. We still have this little countdown thing, it throws me every time, even though it counts down to what we're doing. Anywho, we're here. You will see, if you're watching YouTube, and hopefully you are, that we have two special guests with us. We have Milo and Ben from VULTURE God. Thank you, gentlemen.
Hello.
Thank you
for having us.
Thank you very much.
Lovely to have you guys here.
It's a pleasure.
Even though we've just found out that you guys hate Slayer.
Well,
right in there.
Straight into the hot takes. I love it. Let's go for it. I can't speak for Ben. Do I speak for you?
Yeah, you sort of do.
Okay, I speak for Ben. Yeah, okay, we're going right into it. I just think Slayer are very repetitive and just daku.
Wow.
You know what?
Wow.
When I've seen them live, I just go, I know exactly how this next song is going to go, and then it's just straight into that drum beat again. Great, fantastic. Heard this one before.
Yeah. Brain in Blood's a classic album, but I mean, if you want a hot take about thrash bands, Megadeth are the best one.
Yeah, you do say that. Thrash
Now
is
they're
like...
officially done as well.
Are they?
Oh, really?
They're doing one
Tiring.
more album and world tour, and that's it.
Yeah.
I say one more world tour, you know, that's going to be several years.
Probably
but
about time, though, isn't it?
I think Dave is kind of thinking that too. He's kind of gone, you know what, I've had throat cancer, god damn it,
Yeah.
people. I need to stop.
I forgot about that.
His vocals
Fair
were never
play.
the best to begin with,
No.
Yeah.
and now.
Yeah. I mean, he's even given up headline slots, hasn't he? Like, they support bands now rather than them being the top.
All right.
Playing for an hour and a half is a long time.
It is a long time.
What's your longest gig?
Go.
Is that
Sorry,
what,
that's just
gig that we've played or watched or...
Played. Let's go.
I mean, I've only
As in-
played 2 gigs in VULTURE God, and they were half an hour and 25 minutes, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, well, VULTURE God's longest gig so far has probably been like 40 minutes because, we just don't have enough material to stretch much further than that unless we do half a set of cover songs, which we could do, but don't particularly want to at the moment. But we've got some longer sets coming, don't you worry.
Good. Looking forward to it.
I mean, other bands, we've definitely played long sets. You've played like multiple sets for bands. Like this guy just can't get enough of just torturing himself. Joining bands, being like, yeah, I'll fill in for you. Yeah, I'll... You actually played one last weekend, didn't you? Saturday?
So on Saturday, I did 3 sound checks and 2 sets. The same
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
How did you have more sound checks than sets?
Because I got there and the headline bands just came up to me and said, well, our bass player is late, so can we borrow you? And I was like, okay.
Sure, yeah.
Suppose.
Nice.
I suppose you can. Yeah.
That's some good skills.
You've been used and abused by pretty much every band on the circuit at this point in one way or another. It's and now it's our turn.
Love it. I was kind of going to say it actually with the longer set. So we saw Iron Slug and Lord Misery on Sunday here.
Yes,
in
we
Pub
did,
and Down.
yeah.
We'll get into that later. But one of the things they had, Vermintron was supposed to play with him, but the axle of the car broke. Yeah, Vermintron, look, see on the t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
The axle of their car broke on the motorway and had to have a police escort to get them off the motorway. And they were like, it's going to be like 8 hours till we get to you.
And
so
the police
they
wouldn't escort them here.
No,
That's terrible.
bastards. And where do our taxes go?
Exactly.
But yeah, then both bands basically last minute were like, you need to do a longer set. Shit. What do we do?
Yeah.
Slow it down.
For Doom and sludge bands, I reckon that's okay. I mean, I think
It's an easy solution, yeah.
Well, Lord Misery just did they were like, right, we've played our bit, that's our actual set. Now we're going to play about 3 or 4 songs that we haven't played in like 8 months. So if these sound a bit shit, we're really sorry.
I once saw a
And then this one sounded
grindcore
great.
Yeah, it
band.
did.
A grindcore band called Human Cull, I think they were called.
Human Cull,
At the Fleece.
yes.
And I think they played for 40 minutes. They were
Too long for a
supporting
grindcore band.
somebody. This was years and years ago. And they said after about 25 minutes, they're like, right, we've played every single one of our songs.
Every single
and
one.
so we're going to play some of our favourites
Exactly.
a second
Exactly.
time. And I was like,
Exactly.
okay.
That actually happened here as well
Fair
one
play.
night. The band finished. Everyone's like, one more tune.
Yeah.
It's like, we literally have no more songs. Like, play the last one again. Fucking
was
right,
the
okay.
Play the one you just played again.
The German band, wasn't it? The German band, what were they called? Pig something. The really big guy, wasn't it?
It was. What are they called?
Not a clue.
Grindcore.
You
It
bought me their
was.
shorts.
Pig Destroyer.
No.
No. I wish.
They are a
Probably
pig.
the only pig band I can think of.
Pig
Pigs, pigs,
Yeah.
pigs, 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 pigs,
Yeah.
pigs.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Wasn't
though,
it?
are they?
No.
Or
It'd be
German.
hilarious if John managed to pull Pig Destroyer into the Griffin just on like a random Wednesday.
It'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Bristol crowd will show up for that.
Oh, 100% they
Yeah.
Like, he's had bands come from Mexico and there's been like 10 people here. I'm like, lads,
crazy,
come on,
isn't it?
it'll take you 10 minutes to come out of your house. Like,
Yeah.
they came from Mexico.
Yeah,
yeah.
that is mental, isn't it?
Yeah, but he keeps flying the flag, so you know that's good because then we get to see lots of good bands, and you get to support good bands too, and eventually be the headlining band.
Soon.
One day.
Soon.
Well, it won't be long. Yeah. In fact, you had your first gig here, right, as Vulture God.
Yeah, our,
This was pre-me.
pre-you. You weren't even born.
Still parked your daddy's balls.
I wasn't playing the show.
Oh yeah, you were here. Yeah, you were watching. Very first Vulture God gig was in this very room. Yeah, supporting Desert Storm along with Urza. So yeah, that was the first official Vulture God gig.
Cool.
I don't know if we can go into pre-Vulture God because
Okay.
there's quite a long story up to that point, really. So one of the other Bens in the band, we have 3 Bens.
That could be a side band by itself. Bin Cubed.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. That's fantastic. Would it be math rock? I guess it would have to.
Yeah, it would have to
wouldn't
be.
it?
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah. So Ben Fisher, the lead guitarist of Vulture God, we started a band called Anorak many moons ago. It was actually Bloodstock that kind of inspired us. I think I was like 18 at the time. And we knew each other from college. We got put into different bands in college. And we met up at Bloodstock, watched some bands, and we were like, do you know what? We vibe well together. So he was in a punk band. My college band at that point had disbanded. So we kind of thought, let's kind of just jam and see what happens. So we got back
Yeah.
from Bloodstock, and it was kind of this bedroom project for a little while. We actually played a couple of gigs just to backing tracks, just the 2 of us, which was pretty cool. Then we ended up getting a drummer, bass player. And
Suddenly
yeah, that
you're
was,
a real band.
Then I was in a real band, and yeah, Anorak was a thing for a few years. We kind of played gigs here and there, and then the drummer ended up leaving, and the bass player, and basically it was just the 2 of us again.
Yeah.
And we kind of thought, right, it's time to start fresh, basically. And I think I'd learnt a lot over those years, a lot of things I would do differently. And I felt like it was a chance to kind of start afresh, really. So we got in bass player Ben, we got in Tom Noakes from Murder Hobos.
Great name.
And then, yeah, we kind of...
Did you know them, or it was just you come across them? or?
So Ben Raygate, the bass player, he I'm in like this WhatsApp group with various people that a friend put together for just like local Bristol gigs, basically, and I guess outside the area as well, which is a really cool thing, you know. If there's a
You
gig
might
you
have to
want
add
to go
us to
to.
that.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. It's called Giggity. So, but yeah, we were playing a gig, and I just posted in there basically saying, yeah, we're playing the Thunderbolt, whatever. And yeah, Ben Raygate had just moved to Bristol, and he said, you know what? Yeah, I'll come along. Why not? So that was my first time meeting him, and then that turned out to be the final gig with our drummer and bass player. So the next message that group chat got was, we need a bass player and a drummer.
Was that the gig where you ate the carrot on the stage?
Yes, I did. Anorak was... So we played the same songs, but honestly, my sort of onstage persona was quite different, I think.
Okay.
I think there's been a kind of transitional period from from Anorak to Vulture God, but I was a bit more wacky on stage and just did weird stuff, and there's a break in one of our songs, and I just had a massive carrot in my back pocket and just started munching on it.
Wow.
Intentional, or you forgot you put the carrot there?
That's for you to decide, but... Yeah,
I'm going to be fired for mentioning that one.
Oh, you're going to be fired for a different reason.
yeah, we'll get to that. But yeah, I think I was a bit more wacky, really, and we've gotten really serious with a name like Vulture God now. But
Has the kind of movements that you do on stage, is that a new thing or is that an old thing?
No, that was still kind of I think I've leaned into it more now, especially with everyone tells me like that's really cool, like all these
It really
weird
is.
movements
It's really
and,
fun.
It's in time with the music and stuff, and
Yeah.
I think I've definitely settled into my kind of on-stage persona a bit more. But yeah, that kind of wackiness for now has kind of been put to the side. At least eating carrots, maybe an aubergine, but you know,
Don't make friends with salad. No good story other than this one starts with, so I was eating a salad and then I got fucked up and ended up in the bathtub. Like,
So I want to make a not in front of my salad joke, but there's only going to be a very specific group of the audience.
oh, you can't just leave us hanging. You have to do it now.
It was a meme. Basically, there's an infamous gay porn in which two guys are trying to fuck or start fucking behind this kitchen counter. They've got, and for some mysterious reason, there's a prop that is this giant bowl. Like, I don't just mean like a bowl of salad. I mean like a huge, almost like vase full of salad. And this woman comes in, and the idea is that she hasn't noticed that they've started fucking behind the counter. So she sits there and starts eating the salad, and then realizes that they're fucking and goes, "Guys, not in front of my salad." And it was like a whole thing.
I'll definitely look that one up.
Yeah,
later.
it's a great one.
gay salad or I don't know.
Guys, not in front of my salad.
Not in front of my salad.
It's
Okay,
there.
great.
Probably do that incognito because
You'll get asked for age verification straight away.
Yeah, I'm
just
not
like-
submitting my passport just to look that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
but you need to
point.
do admin in the toilet, right?
I can't even remember the original question. What
Sorry,
was it?
I totally derailed that
I feel
really
like
hard.
I definitely started it, but we can fast forward a little bit. We decided to change the name from Anorak to Vulture God because we felt it. I think there were various reasons. We thought we could have a better name. I think that's actually just the most simple one.
Where
really,
did Vulture
but-
God come from?
That's actually Ben Raygate's doing. I can't remember the name of the book. You might, because you read books, right? You can.
I
read.
do. I can read, yeah, but I
You've
don't
been
know.
known to
I don't know
read.
which book he's talking about.
Yeah, okay. Some sci-fi book, and
Oh, cool.
I think there's like a spaceship called the Vulture God or something, and he got the inspiration from that.
That's cool.
But it's kind of taken on its own kind of personality, I think, as well. You
Yeah.
know, I think it always does that, band names. And it was one, he was suggesting so many things, and at first I kind of dismissed it like everything else. But I think once you sit with things for a while, it was just one of those ones that was just there in the background for a while.
It was in the back of your head and you're like, I'm
Yeah.
still thinking about this.
And I think he brought it back up a few times and was like, look, I really think this is a cool
It's a good
name.
one.
Like,
It is a cool name.
and I
It is
think,
a cool name.
like, I've really settled into it. I think it really describes our sound quite well. Like, you
Yeah.
hear Vulture God and it does fit the music. And also, from what we can tell, there's no other band called Vulture God, whereas Anorak, there are quite a few artists knocking around with that name. I think when you just have a word on its own, there's always going to be another
you're always
artist.
gonna
and
run
it's
into
like-
And it also makes it difficult for a smaller band because,
Yeah.
like, when we do the research for this, like, I look them up on Spotify and stuff,
Yeah.
and sometimes you come across one and you're kind of going, I don't know if this is the right band or not.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it is a form of metal.
Yeah, and
I
that was
have
one of
no idea.
That was one of I think we had a few criteria, and one of the big ones was like a unique name that no other band has got.
Yeah.
And I think we actually nailed it with Vulture God,
Oh,
which is
100%.
actually surprising to me in a way, because it kind of feels like there should be another band with that name.
This is a very cool name.
It sounds cool.
Yeah.
Also, 3 syllables. That's actually one
So
of
when
our...
people are chanting it, Vulture God.
That works.
That
Yeah.
was one of the
That's clever.
criteria,
I like
and it
that.
hit that on the head.
Yeah.
And also a name that when you say it on stage, people will know how to spell it.
True.
there
you say
are
that
so-
to me,
especially
I'm
with metal
heavily
bands.
dyslexic. I'm not sure.
I know. How many metal bands are like... I mean, what's
Yeah.
that? Sanguisugabog or whatever?
Yeah,
like,
that-
They're playing soon,
Funny
actually.
enough, with my dyslexia, I end up spelling their names correctly purely out of accident. But you put Vulture in front of me, and I like try and put that into Google. Yeah, and I I try and spell that, and I spell it so wrong that Google comes back to me with Turkish websites going, "Is you trying to say
Not in front of
something,
my
sir?"
salad.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think it was a good name all in all, and we've settled into it well.
it's great.
The branding kind of.
I was
backs
going to
up
say
as
the
well.
branding
It's-
works really well with it as well.
Yeah,
Cool logo.
It's, it's all
Who
pretty
designed
cool,
the
but,
logo? Where did it come from?
And
And the kind of font you're using as well, because
yeah,
it's pretty...
so that was an artist called Moonroot something or other. He's a
Nice one, bro.
artist.
You've nailed that.
Something
You've
or
nailed
other.
that shout
If you
mate.
just
Well
look
done.
up like Moonroot art, you'll find him.
Cool.
He's a guy in the Czech Republic who does some insane band logos. Our one's actually quite different to his usual style.
How did you come across him?
to be honest, like I was just
We checked him out.
Wow. Wow.
I'm sorry, I'll leave.
Wow.
quick on the trigger there.
Oh, dear.
I think I came across him. I was scouring all sorts of ends of the internet, alleyways, and I don't know. I actually think I found him on Reddit in some like metal Reddit like subreddit thing, and I was just going through so many artists, and his artwork just jumped out to me straight away as just being insane. And yeah, like his usual style is quite different to the Vulture God logo. I think we're quite particular about what we want, but none of us
Knew what you wanted.
can draw. So like, you know, there was quite a few sort of revisions and that sort of thing, and then eventually we got, you know, the Vulture God logo, which we all love, and it's pretty sick. So
It is. On that tail, we got a follow recently from someone called One Lunatic 777, I think.
What are you looking at me for?
Jen, I guess you then.
Go for it. Yeah.
Hello.
I think
yes,
they
we
do
did.
band logos, right?
They do, yeah. So they just messaged us and was like, hey, I do band logos. I was like, cool. Followed them back, shared their stuff. So if anyone is looking for a band logo,
Nice.
I will tag them in the description of this because I actually don't remember their name off the top of my head right now.
Yeah, it's One Lunatic something, I think.
Yeah,
But yeah.
One lunatic something. But yeah, I will tag them. And yeah, thank you for the message. And if anyone else has got any sort of band logo or whatever it is and you want us to shout you out, please just drop us a message. We're more than happy to do it.
Absolutely. So, sorry, a bit of a sidetrack there, but it's just something that just came to mind. I like the fact that you went to so much effort to try find someone to draw something for you. Like, Bristol's quite a creative city. I'm surprised that you weren't able to get someone local to be able to...
we could have done, but I think, again, we're very particular about what we want, and yeah, I mean, we could have got someone local, but then obviously we wouldn't have got, well, what we ended up with.
No, totally. Because I'm fairly sure I've heard of this guy as well. Like, I think he's been around for quite a while.
Yeah,
hasn't he?
he's done some pretty sick stuff.
Logos and things.
Yeah, I just think we've got, and you know, when it's a logo, I mean, that is there for like.
Yeah, and it is really.
you know what I mean?
Let's be honest. Like,
I
you know,
think-
it's definitely one that I know because obviously I do see a fair few Vulture God T-shirts out and about in the wild, actually. So you know, it's.
Nice.
There was a couple of people. I think was it Sunday? There was a couple of people in here with Vulture God T-shirts.
No way.
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah. Sorry.
I actually like that the T-shirt I got from you from when I saw it Metals to Masses. You've got the small logo up here and then like the bigger one in the back.
That's cool.
I think that's a cool way of doing it.
completely tactical marketing. When you're, we thought so. The long sleeve has got the logo on the front. But, you know, when you're stood at a gig, you're looking at everyone's backs, and we thought, wow.
It's free real estate.
Yeah.
Free real estate.
You really know
But
what you're
also,
doing, don't
the
you?
real reason is because it's, you know, really nice and it's really cool, and I'm glad you like it. It's,
It is cool.
No,
It is very
yeah,
cool.
it's a cool design, and no, it's really cool to know that, you know, people are wearing them out and
100%,
about, and
you know.
we've definitely, sold a fair few. Definitely Metal to the Masses was really good for just, getting a lot of merch out there, to be honest.
Were you
Yeah, I
surprised
guess.
at the amount of merch you sold?
I
Metals
think
to Masses in
definitely
particular.
the first heat. I mean, it's one of those things where like loads of friends and family come, and you know, a lot of them will buy your merch. But I mean, I was manning the merch table for actually most of that heat, and there were a lot of people who, you know, they'd come up to me and I'd like ask the lads. I'd be like, "Is that like a friend of yours or something?" And like no, we don't know
Awesome.
them. So yeah, it's really cool. I definitely think that we were quite surprised by the amount we sold. I think. We definitely did more than like £200 worth of merch.
Oh, wow,
at-
that's
at
nice.
Heat.
That's good.
Just on that one, the
just the
first
heat,
one.
just
Wow,
the
that's
heat.
really good. Yeah.
So again, most that's probably friends and family.
It's all right.
But yeah, it's
And me.
and
I
me.
also got it.
But yeah, definitely sold a fair bit, which is cool.
Very cool. I like that. I like that about the Bristol scene. We do it up here quite a bit. You know, there's a band playing, you're like, I really enjoy them, I want to support them.
Yeah.
And it's like, what am I going to buy?
Yeah.
And you know, it's,
Yeah.
you know, it's always a good thing to pull out the T-shirts. And
Yeah, I do it all the time. I mean, like I think the only t-shirts I wear are band t-shirts.
Yeah.
Like it's literally
yep, I am wearing one.
over 90% of what I own is band t-shirts, basically. So
we have a good mix of T-shirts on today.
Yeah.
Body Harvest,
they are all
Firm
band
and Throne,
t-shirts.
They are all-
Mastodon.
yeah, everyone.
Who have you got?
Bozos, they're a local band.
Nice.
They are really
cool,
good.
Those are
I
cool.
like, I mean, don't get me started talking about them because I will talk for hours about how good I think they are. But they are.
You have
they're
2 minutes, go.
Right, they are my favorite band in Bristol that I'm not in.
Well covered,
Safe.
They're just good hardcore / thrash metal, but
Good,
really well written songs, really tight live, awesome band.
This goes on to a really interesting story about how we met.
Oh yeah, they were on that bill, weren't they?
So for all our followers, Ben is the latest edition.
I am.
We only saw you in the finals, which well done.
I'd been in the band for a little while before that, but turns out it's hard to write keyboard parts to songs that already exist.
Yeah.
Fair. Well,
Yeah,
you did a good job.
he was slogging
There aren't
away.
just you in the background just going, dee.
Them
Doing Rammstein and it just boxed off into the crowd for a while.
them getting through the heat in the semi-finals, and me just sat in my bedroom with a 40-pound Casio keyboard lent to me by Tiggy, and just tearing my hair. Like, how do I?
What do I do?
What do I do?
I don't even know how to play.
Like, fair play to you, because like I think you were in the band in the first heat, weren't you?
Yeah.
Like nobody knew,
Yeah.
but you've been here the whole time throughout Metals and Masses without anyone actually knowing. And then we
cool.
announced you
That's cool.
like
Yeah.
a couple of days before the final.
Yeah.
And like, here,
that-
have a keyboard player.
I remember that because I saw that pop up on Instagram and I told these two about it and I was like, Vulture God got a new member. And they were both like, what? And I was like, yeah, there's a video. And they were like, what? I was like, yeah.
It was funny because like when we'd seen you in the heat, but obviously we'd seen quite a few bands and stuff, I was like, I'm pretty sure they didn't have a keyboard player.
I remember you saying this,
I'm pretty sure they didn't. And it was just like, there's a keyboard player. I was like, have I
just
been
forgotten?
too
Have I
drunk?
had a
I'm pretty sure there wasn't a keyboard player.
Because you're right. Because we watched so many, like you start doubting yourself. You're like, did I get that wrong? Did I get that? Was that another band? Yeah, you know.
But yeah,
Sorry to have interrupted you. We're going to say
no,
how
it's
you.
all good. It's all good. I actually remembered my train of thought
Yeah.
for once. But yeah, so you are in another band called.
I mean, I was not going to mention it because I'm doing it with this band.
No,
but yeah, my other
plug,
band,
plug the shit out of
my
it.
other band is called Epimetheus. So when you were talking about easy to say and easy to read logos, when I named this band that, I just
fucked
because it's hard to read and hard to pronounce.
I'm definitely spelling that wrong in Google as well.
Epiderm? No.
Yeah, you know, it's but yeah. So we're a sort of doom metal band with a bit of a shoegazy thing going on.
Very different from what you are in Vulture God.
Hugely. But it's nice. It's good to do a variety of things.
Absolutely.
And the first time I met Milo was when we played together. It was in December 2022.
Was it that early?
Was it 2023?
I don't know.
No, it was 2022.
Was it really that
was.
long ago?
Yeah.
God, that's scary.
How did you play together?
Yeah, we played on the same bill together at the Exchange basement.
So this was
And
Anorak.
Bozos were on
Days.
that bill too.
Oh, very cool.
So yeah, that's the cool story. So Bozos, Epimetheus were headlining. I think Anorak were opening,
Yep.
and then it was like
Bozos and Imminent Threat.
Imminent Threat.
Imminent
that was
Threat.
It, yeah.
Rest in peace, Imminent Threat.
I know, very sad times. But yeah, that was a sick lineup.
Yeah.
Let's do that again.
It's a good one for the basement. That's it.
Or with the headline of Vulture God.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or co-headline. You just have to do an hour and a half on stage.
Both bands play at the same time.
Yes. Good luck to you.
Different ends
You're
of the
getting a
room.
bit too ambitious now.
You could do it in exchange,
a-
Oh
maybe.
yeah, that does mean that I would have to. Yeah. I
Also,
didn't
he
think
plays
about that.
bass and is the frontman of Epimetheus. So I would actually love to see you play keys, bass, and vocals all at the same time, playing two simultaneous sets. It could be like a silent disco where there's like two sets of headphones, and
If you go downstairs to exchange, you'll hear one, and upstairs you'll hear the other.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that when
Let's
I
make that.
suggested it.
Let's make that happen.
I'll have to work on that.
So yes, continue. Tell us a little bit.
I mean, yeah, big riffs happen when we play, and people like it.
Always good. Bristol
And,
based?
yeah, no, Bristol based. We haven't done Metal to the Masses ever, but actually no, we did in about 2019.
This
Before
is actually
COVID,
a really, really good story.
when we were called, we used to be called Mandalorian,
Really good story.
and
Cool, yeah. Very cool.
and when I named
Imagine
the band
Disney wanted to
that,
sue you.
they tried
Well,
to.
They did. They literally
I love the fact you got that
sent
right.
him a cease and desist.
Really?
They found our merch on Redbubble
Fucking hell.
and sent us a cease and desist.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Disney are that overreaching. They'll chase anyone down.
They
about
found
anything.
a band
It's like-
in Bristol with the same name.
Yeah.
But it's
And
really
stopped you.
unfortunate because you called it Mandalorian before the.
Oh yeah, when I
TV
named
show.
it Mandalorian, it was just a cool piece
Really
of Star
obscure
Wars lore,
piece
and then
of Star Wars
and then
lore,
they
yeah.
announced the TV show. I was like, It's gonna be.
Don't fuck with the mouse.
We
the
are
mouse,
fucked now.
The mouse will just come and get you. The mouse is
and he did try.
That is fucking insane, though.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like,
But since then we.
what was that like to get? Like an official thing from Disney to kind of go, you're going to stop this or you're going to end up in prison. What?
I mean, initially it was a massive double take because it was like, is that real? Has this actually just
Right,
happened?
who's pranking me? Come on.
Have actual Disney really just emailed me saying that I can't call my band that anymore?
That's crazy.
Wow.
But it was real, yeah.
I totally
I
unsigned
honestly think
band.
that
Like,
what's scary is probably at this point is Disney just has some kind of like AI algorithm bot that just like looks through everything and then just like auto sends. Like,
shall we set it up so that we can get some likes and follows?
Yeah.
Marvel, Star Wars, Disney.
Anyway, just for everyone on the podcast right now is just hearing beep.
And we'll return in episode 1 after our cease and desist. I can't believe they did that. That's
crazy. That's really
That's
crazy.
pretty badass. Though.
As an origin story, it's not bad, though, is it?
That's very cool.
It's okay.
So, yes, Disney cancelled you, which is bloody ridiculous. Funnily enough, my wife used to work in publishing, and she used to say they were very strict on what could be released at certain times. I'm like, okay, from publishing, that kind of makes sense. But from an unknown band in Bristol in the UK, like, that's outrageous.
Well, they obviously saw the potential and they were
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
we've got to shut these guys down quick.
We've
before
got
they
Pedro
get the
Pascal
name.
on board. What's going on here?
And we need a copyright just to...
Just to be on the safe side, yeah.
You know what you should do is send Pedro Pascal one of the old T-shirts. Because you
Well, that'd be
know
a
how
fun
cool
move.
he is. He probably would wear it.
That's actually,
Yeah.
Send him a Vulture God one as well, obviously.
Yeah. We've got like 30 Anorak t-shirts knocking around, so hey, you can have all of them, Pedro. Like,
I've
got loads of them.
The variety thing is just like Pedro Pascal wearing really cool indie UK band T-shirts that you've never seen before. Like,
and all the sirens of Disney going, well. So, how did it come about? You guys meeting and
so
come together?
the first
and-
time I met you, we played on that bill together
Yep,
in
yep.
2022, which feels like a long time.
That's
But you're not going to repeat for obvious logistical
no.
reasons.
And then we were friends for since really, but you know, we go to gigs together. We went to see, was it June we saw together at the
We
the
did,
Fleece?
yeah. What was it? Scottish?
Oh my god, yeah. it was-
Edinburgh. you do.
That sounded quite French.
Yeah.
that was funny.
Never heard such a
when
French
the front man said in his very French accent, "Hello, we are Dune. We are from Glasgow."
Oh,
I
yeah,
was like,
Glasgow.
You're like, you sure? I had
I mean, obviously
exactly.
he's from there now, but
Yeah.
I had a very similar one. Went to see, I think it was Montmartre in London. I went to the local Wetherspoons, just around the corner. 3 pints, obviously, in London, cheap-ish. Anyway, we're sat in the booth, myself and one of my friends, we're sat in this little booth, and obviously the place was heaving with everyone kind of going to the gig, and obviously everyone's going to the gig. And these bunch of lads sat down beside us and started talking, very thick Scottish accents. So we got talking to them, and it was like, obviously from Scotland. He's like, no, I'm Spanish. I'm like, of course you are, yeah. And I'm Swedish, like, of course. He's like, no, seriously, I am. I was like, you sure about this? Because, you know, there's something not clicking here. So he showed me his driving license, and lo and behold, he actually was. I was like, what has happened to you? Like, what has happened? He's like, I learned English in Scotland.
There you go.
I'm like,
it's Borgin.
so you just absorbed it completely. He's like,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
So he sounded
Incredible.
like proper Scot. I was like,
That's really cool.
pretty
That's really cool.
badass.
But I guess, well, the biggest thing is that we've always wanted a keyboard player. Back to the Anorak days. The very original like demos that we did, we actually laid down keys for them.
That's really cool to know that it was like that early on in the kind of thought process.
I think we wrote like a couple of songs and we kind of just thought like, yeah, it would add like a really nice layer to it. But keyboard players are hard to come by, especially good ones.
And metal ones.
Yeah, so, and it was one of those things like with Anorak, we just, you know, we didn't have a keyboard player and we just started gigging and that was like, okay. And then I guess we just kind of forgot about it for a while, was doing our thing. And then obviously with the emergence of Vulture God,
That's a good way of describing it. It works well.
yeah, you know, we wanted to do everything properly. And that meant we need to get a keyboard player now.
So when you said that you were involved from the start, so you already had kind of written the keys in your heads, or kind of sample stuff? Or?
I mean, neither me or Ben Fisher are keyboard players, so we kind of just laid down some chords that we were like, that sounds pretty cool, but you've done a way better job. You've taken those original demos.
Some of the stuff on the original demos has made its way into the keyboard parts that I ended up writing that has gone on record. Yeah, it has. Yeah.
Very cool.
There is bits and pieces that were on those demos.
Definitely.
Very cool.
But yeah, I think one day because to begin with, I asked you to be our bass player.
You did ask me.
You wanted a bin to be a bass player, right?
Desperately.
At the time, I had just joined Murder Hobos, which is the band that our drummer was in.
Yeah.
I just joined them on bass, and so I didn't think I had time to properly commit to being in 3 bands.
Yeah.
Fair, yeah. Quite a commitment.
And then that band broke up.
Mm-hmm.
Tom joined Vulture God, or had joined Vulture God shortly before the band broke up.
Yeah.
And then I thought...
Well, you just kind of mentioned one day, I think it's when we went to see Dream Theater. That's when we
while Dream Theater were playing.
So yeah,
that would do it, wouldn't it?
And
10 minutes later and talk going on.
Let's talk about other stuff. Tom's gonna hate us for this. He loves Dream Theater.
They were very good.
They were very good. But yeah, I mean, your first instrument was the keys, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, my first instrument was piano when I was Wickle, and then playing drums took over.
You can do pretty much everything.
And then I started singing in bands when I was at uni, and then I wanted to do something with my hands while singing that wasn't drink beers. And so I started to play the guitar.
Because then you're double parked, and like, well, I can't. What do I do with my hands?
And then eventually I ended up being told, as Mandalorian finished and Epimetheus kind of came out of the ashes, that I was now the bass player. I was like, okay, cool. That means that I need to own a bass guitar.
Learn bass.
I need to learn how to do that. And then it's all circled back around, and a slot playing keys opened up, and I thought, I haven't played the piano in years and years. I've never played the piano in front of people, and so let's just give it a go. Let's see what happens.
Well, you're very good at it. You added a really good element.
Nice.
You know, I liked when I first saw you that you're playing the keys, and then one song in, straight into the middle of the crowd.
Straight into the middle. I think that's going to stay. Yeah. I mean, because when playing in Epimetheus, I'm sort of quite constrained because I'm singing and I'm playing bass.
You have to be close to your mic.
Yes, doing that, I was freed, and I didn't really know what would happen, and suddenly...
Just win with
it. Totally respect it. As an ex-grindcore lead singer, anyone who instantly goes into the crowd, I'm there going... Yes. Thumbs up, my respect. Yeah.
I think it's going to have to stay.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no! You have to start some circle pits. Oh no!
Oh no!
Love it. Yeah, you've been seeing your progression through Metal to Masses has been fantastic.
Yeah, for sure.
Every time you played, you brought something new, something better. Just kept going and going and going, and then for the final, like you were introduced, I was like, "Fucking hell! Okay, this is really," and the lights really. Tickle my fancy. That was
those lights that we definitely own.
Tickled ours as well. Definitely, it was. I think it was a surprise for all of us.
Can I ask a logistics question? It's actually your question, but and obviously you don't talk out of school. Did you guys get put on first at the final because you had the big light rig that needed to get set up?
If we did, then that was not discussed with us. Let's put it that way.
I remember you made that point, and maybe that's why.
I don't know how random the ordering is. I don't know whether it is just drawn out of the hat.
We were going to use the lights before.
I don't think so.
So it can't have been.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
It turned out to be a happy coincidence because I don't think we'd have got those lights on and set them up in the 20-minute changeover.
Yeah, I think it was a blessing in disguise. I think we would have done it, but it would have been very, very stressful.
The toss-up between getting the guitars tuned and set up.
Yeah, we did have other people to help, so it was actually our producer, Max Thackeray, that... manned the lights. He did it all live.
Oh, did he?
Having never
he was there using an iPad
before.
That's so really?
It was actually his iPhone. It was
his phone.
It was off his phone, and there was a bit of latency as well. When he was like, there's a little bit of latency here, which is interesting. But he smashed it.
Cool. It was really.
The thing is, he knows our music inside out pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, we sent him a video of our set that we were going to play, and he learnt it. We actually rented the lights, so we got them like, I think it was like a couple days before, and he just sat down with our bass player, Ben Reygate, other Ben, Ben the second.
Squared.
The many bands.
And yeah, they just kind of went through it, and
That's really cool.
he knocked it out of the park. So it was a thing like we've seen bands use lights before, and it just always brings it to another level.
I think it
And
does,
it was like we kind of thought if we're going to give it a go and kind of get some experience with using them, the final Metal to the Masses is
It's a good place
pretty
to
good time to do
100%.
it. And in the future, once we kind of get on in-ear monitors and that kind of thing, hopefully we'll be able to actually get some lights.
I had them at the final, but
You did, and they kind of failed
I
you
ditched
a
them
bit.
after half of one song because I kept falling out of my ears. So I was like, right, we'll just do this the old way. I'll just take them off.
But I know what I'm doing, it's fine.
Our debut gig, because I played one gig before the final.
Oh my God, you're going to tell them.
We played in Bournemouth. And
That was meant to be a secret. Oh, shit. No, it's fine.
We'll edit that out, don't worry.
It's outside of Bristol, though, as well, isn't
Yeah, it doesn't
it?
count. It doesn't count.
There were no monitors, and so I played the whole gig by eye.
Good effort.
Yeah, I mean, that was a real baptism of fire, that gig. You had no monitoring whatsoever.
Right in at the deep end.
Yeah, so we
It's that kind of fun that wasn't fun at the time, but now you look back on it. And yeah, that was
building.
That was a bit of a
I
laugh.
survived and no one died.
Yeah, exactly.
A great time.
I saw people out the front smiling, and so therefore, what I could see that I was playing clearly was
I
okay.
saw some hairy bastards bang their head.
Yeah,
Looked
That's
like
all
it
you can
was
ask
done
for. But yeah, I think we definitely put in a lot of effort to make like noticeable changes through each stage
Yeah, you
of the
definitely
competition as well. I think there's a lot of things, there's a lot of elements to being in a band outside of just playing on stage.
100%.
as
Couldn't
well.
agree with you more.
And
yeah.
there's loads
Yeah,
of
yeah.
improvements we've made that people probably aren't even aware of, and just like our process and how we rehearse and it's just all that sort of stuff.
No, that stuff's really important.
But yeah, we really wanted, especially in a competition, I think it's important to show that you are improving throughout each stage, and I do
And pushing
think
yourselves, kind of thing. You know.
and boy, did we discuss that in depth.
all
the time.
yeah.
Did you come
But
across
it
it kind of
clearly-
analytically then?
Because there
and
was,
kinda go,
I mean,
what
there
could
was
we do?
in between the heat and the semi-final. The guys were really worried that they weren't going to do anything different, and then
There was only like 2 weeks
practicing
between
for this
them
gig
as well.
in Bournemouth, they were like, "Oh, we'll put in that Gojira cover," and I was like, "The what now?" and they were like, "Oh, the Gojira cover." I was like, "Well, okay, play it for me then." And then they just smashed it out, and I was like, "Oh my god, well you've got to play that, haven't you?"
Absolutely, yeah.
You have to play that. In the
Yeah,
semi-final.
you did kind of decide it for us. You were like, yes, do that.
It's an unbelievable cover.
You introduced that so well as well, because like obviously he's very fitting for Bloodstock that just happened, and like you came out and you were just like, so who's going to Bloodstock? Obviously some people were like, yeah, woo, Gatika, woo, and then it was like, we're also fans of Gojira. Would love to see him on the main stage. Anyway, here's Gojira. Like, loved it. That was really good, and it was a cracking cover.
Yeah,
You do it really,
good
really
work,
well.
Yeah.
I remember when Mandalorian played Metal to the Masses back in 2019, 2018, a band got through a heat that I went to see just by playing Rush covers.
Really?
Yeah,
incredible,
they played a
isn't
set
it?
of
Yeah.
Rush covers and it was like bang on.
That's a brave move.
It was unbelievable.
That's
It was.
very
It was.
brave
I mean,
move.
obviously, I'm never going to see Rush now, but it was like having
That's
seen
close to
Rush.
seeing
It
them.
was
That's really
absolutely
cool.
fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, we wouldn't do that with Gojira, at least not for a competition. We have toyed with the idea, though, of like one day doing a kind of like Gojira tribute set or something. That would be really
I
cool.
don't know of any Gojira tribute bands actually.
Go, Jira.
We would be called Georgina, we've
Yeah,
decided.
that's 10 times better.
yeah.
That's so funny.
But
George.
yeah, I mean, one day. It would be
Gojira
fun.
are
It would
an
be very
obvious
fun.
influence for you guys.
Yeah, hugely. I mean, we kind of joke that when someone asks, how would you describe our sound? We just go Gojira. Just
now
with-
Gojira
Here's a
with
big in
keys.
there.
Now it's Gojira with keys and guitar solos. I think there's only 2 Gojira guitar solos in their entire discography.
Are there even that many?
Yeah, do you know what? I actually discovered the second one the other day because
That's crazy. I didn't
it's
realise
the
that.
chant has a really, it's not even really a guitar solo, but the only real proper one is Our Time Is Now, which is a really weird single they did. I think it was like for a, I want to say like an American football game or something.
Right.
It was a single that came out of nowhere, and I completely forgot that song even existed. I actually listened to it again the other day, and I was like, "Oh my god, this one has a guitar solo."
Yeah.
Is there not one in the song they did for the Olympics, or am I making that up? Am I remembering that wrong?
No, like Silvera also kind of has one, but it's not really.
They don't
a
have
proper-
traditional guitar solos.
No.
They've got
Well,
like
you've
the
just
lead
kind of blown my mind a bit,
influences.
yeah, because I don't know why, even though I listened to them, I've kind of always gone, oh yeah, of course there's some guitar solos in there. 'Cause
No,
it's like,
they
and
don't
then,
really
yeah,
do it,
and
so-
now you've just said that, now I'm just there in my head going, no.
Well, I guess it's
no,
like
no.
the reason that you would have a guitar solo normally is for the guitar player to be like, look at how technically good at the guitar I am, because you don't need to do that
No.
because
Yeah.
the rest of their set is look at how technically good
Technically
at the
amazing.
guitar I am.
I'm making a guitar 2 stuff that no one else knows what to do. And we're like,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm just going to go, and then
Totally agree.
I'm going to invent a new guitar sound.
Funnily enough, on a similar note, coming in the car today, the Lamb of God cover they did at the Black Sabbath back to the beginning came on. Obviously, there's a solo in it because Black Sabbath did solos kind of thing. And it got me thinking. I was like, this feels odd. I love the song. They did a fantastic cover of it.
It's incredible. I was there as well.
Were you?
Yeah,
Oh, holy
it
shit!
was insane. I think that was potentially the best cover of the night.
Yeah.
Potentially, yeah.
I
It's
watched
they're
them.
the only band that's actually released their cover as well.
I'm surprised
I
more
actually
haven't.
love the Gojira one as well,
Yeah, that was good.
of Under the Sun.
That was very good.
So good.
That was. We need to talk about this. This is.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard, to be fair, I have seen some internet rumours that apparently, potentially, there is something about getting all of the covers together to do some kind of
Yeah,
release.
I
I've
love
seen,
that. I
you
think
know.
that's got to be done.
That would be cool.
That's got to be done.
And all the money just goes to charity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Add to the
definitely.
190 million that they've already added.
It's insane, isn't it? Yeah.
But yeah, I was going to say about like when they hit the solo in it, I was like, this is obviously excellent. It's an excellent cover. And I was like, this is, and I'm a god though. And when you actually start thinking through them, it's like, they don't classically do like your normal traditional solo neither. And when you kind of just throw one in, you're like, oh yeah, you can do it.
Can play.
Yeah.
They don't need to because obviously.
I mean, they are
technical, but-
technically just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I liked with that cover how Randy used both the clean and they brought Lamb of God style to it as well.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just a direct copy. Like he was like, I can't sing that high. I'll do a little bit of it.
But he's got Randy, I remember we've talked about it with Max Cavalera, where he's one of those vocalists that, like, even though he doesn't in theory do anything crazy, whenever you hear Max singing, you're like, that's Max
Oh,
Cavalera.
100%.
And I do feel like Randy Blythe is exactly the same. You
Yeah,
hear Randy
true,
Blythe
without
start
doubt.
singing and you're like, yep, that's Randy Blythe.
And even if it's another band and it's just like, you look into it like,
Yeah.
there's a guest
Well,
vocalist.
Randy Blythe
definitely
came
Randy
out.
Blythe.
Nobody else
Wait, no,
screams
that
with
happened,
the
didn't
diction
it?
of Randy Blythe.
True.
His words are so well pronounced, even when he's really screaming.
Sorry, I was going to say with the Randy Blythe thing, that literally happened. Remember we listened to that Malevolence album that David
Yes.
recommended, and I was like, is this Randy Blythe? And then had to actually look at it. It's like, oh yeah, featuring Randy Blythe. But
Yeah. Do you
As you
know
were.
a really interesting thing about him is that apparently he doesn't even really like metal, and
No, he's a hardcore fan.
he loves punk. Actually,
Really?
loves punk. And
I've heard that as
apparently
well, yeah.
he started doing vocals to take the piss out of his metalhead friends. It was
Well,
just,
that backfired.
I
This I've
know.
not heard.
And he actually
That's hilarious.
finds it hilarious that he does this shit for a living because he thinks the entire thing is just ridiculous. And yeah,
Fantastic.
he started doing them just to take the piss out of his metalhead friends, and they were like, "You are really good at that." And yeah, now he's frontman for one of the biggest modern metal
Yes.
bands ever. It's
good.
crazy, really cool story.
He seems like such a chill guy as well. Like,
Yeah, really cool.
in the sense he's got so much brutality and stuff around him. He just it's all good. He got
He likes
robbed
to-
in Ireland and he was like, I love the country. He was like, person who robbed me is an arsehole, but I'm still coming back.
Fair
Pretty
enough.
cool, right?
And also
he's a
pretty
cool
chill
guy.
for a guy who got, obviously without going into the whole Lamb of God lore about when he got arrested, when they went,
Yeah.
where was it they went back to, and
Was it Bucharest? or
Czech,
somewhere?
I think it's the Czech Republic.
Yeah, and they landed and they just arrested him for attempted murder or...
Oh,
Well, it was
someone
a-
stage dived, didn't they? and hit
It
the
was
ground.
it was the guy that he...
it was manslaughter in the end.
It's the guy he pushed because he came and he managed to get on the stage.
I think it was a girl. It was like a young
So overalls.
I thought it was a guy.
I think it was
I
a
think it
bloke.
Yeah,
And
they
he
did a
kept
documentary
getting
about
on the
it.
stage.
Well, maybe I'm
And he
misremembering
managed to
them.
get past the security again and again, and he got on the stage. There's a documentary called The Palace is Burning, which is kind of about the whole thing, because it was supposed to be like a tour, fun documentary, and then it turned into this whole...
Oh, no way.
Like, yeah, it's really good to watch it. Yeah, Palace is Burning.
Damn.
But yeah, and then this guy kept on, he's like obviously really fucked up, and he kept on managing to get, he basically kept on running at Randy. So
Yeah.
Randy in the end shoves him and he falls off the stage.
Awkwardly, and
Yeah,
then...
but then what the Czech lot tried to claim is he's the one that gave him like head trauma, which led to his death. But then it turns out that actually the security
There
did
should have been
absolutely
way more
nothing. They
security there.
basically
Really?
they laid into him, then dragged him outside.
Jesus.
Oh, did
Didn't
they
call
start
any.
beating him
Really?
up as well?
Didn't call. Yeah, they did. They didn't call any medical staff for ages,
Yeah, that's
and
messed
left
up.
the guy.
Oh,
And
that's
how
bad.
that's how he passed away, which is obviously tragic. But basically, they landed. Lamb of God landed. And they arrested him.
They were
on the
just
spot.
waiting for him.
They were waiting. They didn't say. They never released anything saying, "Oh, this guy's wanted in association with this case." They literally hid
Waited
it
until-
and waited until he landed, and then nabbed him. And then that was when the whole thing
Blimey.
happened. Yeah,
That's pretty lousy as well.
yeah.
So our gig is
was a long
cancelled because I got arrested.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But sorry, but because the reason I said that is because he does seem like for a guy that stuff like that has happened to, where potentially he was going to go to life in prison in the Czech Republic.
Yeah, it was
for
pretty scary.
manslaughter, or
Yeah.
he's going to do like 25 years or 30 years or something. Like he seems like surprisingly like chilled out.
Well, there's that other really famous video where he, I can't remember what festival it is they're playing, but he gets stopped by the...
Does Bloodstock?
Oh, is it a Bloodstock?
Yeah,
he
yeah.
gets stopped
Security
by
gets stopped.
the security
Yeah.
guard.
I think that's when they were headlining as
And other
well.
people were like,
Oh yeah, I saw
clearly
that.
I'm about to go and play my set. But he's like, nope, it's fine, you're just doing your job, but I am going to go and play my
Yeah.
You know
set
what's
now.
even better
I'm actually in the
about
band.
They played, I think it was Bristol, might have been Cardiff, Bristol or Cardiff, about a week later. And he comes out on stage and goes, "Oh, we see we got some security guards. Can we call out?" And he said the name of the security guard and stopped him going on stage. And everyone just started chanting. It's fantastic.
Funny.
I mean, Nishi was doing her job. She was like, I don't know you, so where are you going?
Yeah, but he said that, didn't he? He's like, no, it's okay, you're doing
You're
your
not
job.
wearing your lanyard, and therefore I'm supposed to challenge you.
Here, it's in my pocket, I'm sorry. Why else would I be walking onto the main stage at the time I'm supposed to be playing? But, Yeah, that was fantastic.
That was funny.
Before we go on, I wanted to really ask you about the back to the beginning. I didn't know you were
go
there.
for it, yeah.
Tell us as much or as little as you want. That must have been an epic experience.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the kind of, the events that have transpired since, obviously, rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. I think, no one really expected that to happen so soon after.
Yeah.
And that just adds the event itself was just, I've never experienced anything like it. I think, I've been to so many gigs in my life, and that's just it didn't even feel like a gig. It was just a really special.
Just a fun party.
I think it's more than that, though. It was just the energy in the place was just absolutely insane. And you're seeing these world-class bands, one after another, and the super groups of all these just crazy musicians that just and all of them collaborating is just and it was an
doing 3 or 4
entire day of
songs,
it. Yeah, and just every band as well doing either an Ozzy or a Black Sabbath cover as well was just awesome.
Yeah.
And then you had to obviously see Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath doing their final, sets ever. I don't think there was a dry eye in the stadium. It was really, really profound to be a part of.
How did you manage to get tickets? By total fluke, or
I mean,
Paying £500.
600.
Jesus.
that would do it?
Ended up getting resale tickets in the end, £600 each. But I'm not even gonna lie, so
Totally
worth
worth
it.
it, yeah.
Literally,
Fair.
just do
Once in a
not,
lifetime.
do not regret
thing,
it. Do not regret it.
Had I not already seen them a few times, I would have gone.
All right, way to rub it in, but
I just wanted to, put
I love
in
that.
there 3 times.
The humble brag.
Well, I mean, it is funny that you say that because I don't know why. Maybe it's my memory of stuff of obviously been doing festivals and gigs and stuff for so many years since I was so young. But I do weirdly remember being in Download or Sonosphere or something like that, and it's oh yeah, Ozzy Osbourne's going to play, and kind of being with my mates yeah, let's go watch a bit of Ozzy, and loads of people going oh yeah, be around, almost that's
Yeah.
fine, he'll be around for whatever. It's on halfway through the day.
He's gonna be like Alice Cooper and keep going.
And not realising that me seeing him the couple of times that I did see him was kind of as big a deal almost as
Yeah,
as it
how
was.
important
Yeah.
that is.
But
Yeah.
he's huge. Well, I mean, and the only The only thing that I didn't really like about the Back to the Beginning thing was that it was just Ozzy, and obviously Ozzy's the guy, he's the main man, but Black Sabbath is more than that.
They took more of a backseat.
It would have been nice if there was a little moment where we sort of.
I do agree.
Hands up for Dio and wheel Tony Martin, who is still with us, out for a track or two.
That would have been.
That was my.
It's funny you say that,
especially because Ozzy wasn't playing. He didn't play a full. I call it a full set for want of better words. It would have been a great opportunity to be like, right, here's a little, I don't know, montage of Dio stuff, and here is actual Tony Martin who will sing
one
Headless Cross. We'll just do that, and then
that would.
But it raised a lot of money for charity, and there were lots of great bands that played. So overall, it's a
I've
just got to find that one thing that I'm like, actually,
it was an Aussie show rather than a Black Sabbath show.
It was.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
do agree.
Yeah,
that's very cool. And then obviously you had Bloodstock shortly afterwards.
Yes,
2 weeks afterwards.
I did.
Ran into you. I should have interviewed you while I was there, but I was way.
Oh, it's fine. We were. Yeah, I think.
That's always talking like that.
I just remember every now and then just hearing you chant "Vulture God." I know, and I'm like, oh no, he's found me again.
Oh no! Shouldn't have that reputation.
The Irish Banshee has found me again. He's screaming my name from the top of my house, so I know I'll die soon.
Oh
no, that was cool. That was cool, man. I appreciate that. Especially when I think the first day you found me, I was actually wearing a Vulture God t-shirt as well. I'm like, I swear I don't wear these all the time. Like,
total fluke, I swear.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy Bloodstock?
Yeah, I mean, I go pretty much every year. I think that was my 7th Bloodstock or something.
Wow.
I think this year I didn't sort of discover as many new bands as I usually do.
No?
And to be honest, the main reason that I went this year and just really was looking forward to it was my 2 favourite bands playing back-to-back.
Gojira.
Mastodon and Gojira.
That's really
Mastodon was another cracking set.
What a great set.
Jesus. I mean, I haven't actually... I saw them literally, back to the beginning, and I saw them support Slayer not that long ago.
You said you didn't like Slayer?
just a quick...
why you opened the podcast with?
Just a quick thing as well, back to the beginning, the only band I missed was Slayer queuing 45 minutes for some chips, and so worth it. I did see...
Slayer!
I literally saw them headline Cardiff, the week before or something, so I felt like I'd had...
2 days before, wasn't it?
Oh God, it was that soon.
It was that close,
before,
yeah.
But yeah, so I'd never seen Mastodon before, and they are just
really.
Yeah, I mean they are literally alongside Gojira, my favourite band of all time.
Yeah,
and I've got to say as well, rest in peace to Brent Hinds. I am repping the Mastodon today. It hasn't even been a week since he passed away, and I have literally not even taken that in yet. No. Baffling. I'm still trying to learn to play guitar like that man, and one day you will see some Vulture God chicken picking riffs. They
bumped into it at the Hatchet.
Really?
First time I ever saw them, years ago when they were touring. It was Crack the Sky tour. Yeah, it must have been Crack the Sky. And it was he just. I was at the bar at the Hatchet, and then I honestly kind of went. And for the listeners, I'm looking up. Just went and he was just stood there, and he was like...
But I mean, he was that guy. So many people had real down-to-earth interactions with him. He was clearly, a troubled individual in a lot of ways, and had quite a chaotic life.
We have to say, it's sad that the last time, obviously, we talked about them. It might have even been the last episode or the episode before. We were, we were unfortunately talking about how he, the kind of the drama around him leaving the band and him not being very happy with them and blah blah blah.
He didn't leave on a good note, really, did he?
No, and he made that very clear, sadly enough. But it's tragic to see, him especially go out motorcycle stuff. I mean, I just feel like motorcycles.
It's just...
guys in metal bands need to stop. I know it's a big part of big part of being a metalhead, but you need to stop riding motorcycles.
Especially if you're in a big band or a big upcoming band. So there's no bikes, right?
Yeah.
No more bikes if we have one.
Not for us. But yeah, I mean, Mastodon and Brent Hinds, been a huge influence on me as well. And yeah, I mean, even if I never actually got to see Brent, I mean, he was meant to be playing in the UK with his other band, Fiend Without a Face.
It was with CKY, wasn't it?
CKY and his other band, Fiend Without a Face, and I literally was going to go and see them. So it's really tragic, Yeah, I mean, what a band and what a legacy that he has left as well.
Absolutely.
And the stories that people have. I mean, like you say, like you just sort of bumping into him. Like there's so many people who've just bumped into him, and like he didn't act like this famous rock star.
A big part of it is he'd always just go to whatever the closest pub was to the venue, because he literally he didn't want to sit in the venue. So apparently that was a really normal thing.
Yeah.
He'd just go. So obviously they're playing the O2. He's just wandered out and gone, oh, there's the
Really
pub.
cool.
There's the pub. That's where I'm going to go and have a beer.
That's really cool.
Bunch of long-haired people over there. That's probably going to the gig.
Yeah.
But I mean, Bloodstock was, it was great, and it topped it off with Mastodon and Gojira, and that was definitely just my highlight, was seeing both of them back to back, just absolutely insane, and being able to see Mastodon actually play like a full set, because obviously the 2 sets I saw before that were relatively short. It was just absolutely sick, and they played a couple of songs I just wasn't expecting. Opened with Tread Lightly, which is like one of my favourite Mastodon songs. As soon as that intro came in, I lost my shit.
Yeah. I said to these guys when we did our last one, when we were talking kind of like the kind of Bloodstock review, I was so surprised with that set list, because I felt like they dropped what are classically some of their heavy hitters, but in fact, like they played Crystal Skull, which I was just like, I love this tune, and I was just like, I'd never expected them to play that one live again since they stopped touring like Blood Mountain and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Crystal Skull is one of their most played songs, to be fair.
Is it? What, live?
It's up there in like the top 5, I think.
I've only ever seen them do it once before, and that was when they were doing.
I mean, they probably dropped it out of sets in the past, but it's definitely one of their most played live songs. They do play it a lot.
Yeah, and I do.
It is a banger. To be fair, I do love that song.
I just did find it like a bit of a different set. And
I mean, they didn't play anything from Crack the Sky, but then again, Brent had such a huge involvement.
Unfortunately, I was thinking that. I was like,
how are you going to play a song like Oblivion
exactly,
and not have
That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said.
I think I might be wrong, but I think I only spotted one song they played that actually Brent would have done vocals on, and that was Steam Breather, and Troy just did. I think it's just the bridge that Brent usually does, but it's not that much.
No.
But it does make things a lot more difficult, and it's like I think they played Ghost of Coralia since Brent has left, but I don't know if they played anything else from Crack the Sky since. So I don't know. How do you do that?
No.
It was a cracking set though.
Oh, it was insane.
They had a lot of fun as well. Like, you could see him stage like, you keep on coming. Like,
why? I could have just gone, do you know what, Gajira, I've seen you enough times. Can we just have more Mastodon? Just keep it coming.
So, final thoughts on Bloodstock. We've broken tail.
Oh dear.
Bloodstock was great. I'm trying to think of other bands. I only mentioned Mastodon and Gojira so far, really. Fear Factory were very cool. Really, really cool. I missed them when they were in Bristol. Was it earlier this year or last year? I can't even remember now, because I was...
It was a few days after Bloodstock.
No, they played in 2023, actually.
Yes, I'm not on about... Because they supported Kerry King, right? My favourite musician ever.
Your favourite guitarist ever.
It's a good segue. Speaking of gigs, Tom, you went to see Kerry King.
I did. Shall we just go there? It worked. Nice, right? Yes, first time in Electric since they've redone it.
Nice.
SWX.
Oh, it's actually been redone.
Weirdly, we walked in and you see the Kerry King merch. I was like, cool, where's the Fear Factory stuff? I was like, there doesn't seem to be Fear Factory, that's a bit weird. And then, you know where we used to stand before?
Yeah.
And like we saw like Whitechapel and stuff.
Where,
There's now a merch stand there as well.
For fuck's sake.
But you can still stand there, but it's...
Good.
They ruined it.
And they built like... Where the original merch thing is, they built like this kind of... Yeah, I don't know, it's a corridor to go somewhere. I don't know where it goes. But it basically encroaches into the space. I was like, well, that's a bit odd. Yeah. But venues, lick of paint, sounds good in there. So I saw Fear Factory and Kerry King. Fear Factory were excellent. Did exactly the same set they did Bloodstock, so it was demanufactured entirely with a few additions. I love the new singer. He is fantastic.
His name's Milo, I think, which is... He's cramping on my style a little bit there.
I think you should do a cease and desist. You might have got there
He's very
first.
good, though, to be fair.
He is. Like, if you kind of turn your back, you wouldn't realise you're not listening to Burton. Like, he's very, very good. They struggled a bit with the Bristol crowd, because, the Bristol crowd is normally, oh yeah, this is great. But eventually they got people going, which is good. Dino had a lot of fun. He was like, I'm not the oldest, fattest bastard up here, so come on, people, move. Which is like, fair play.
Sorry to interrupt. Was it like kind of sold out, or was it a pretty big crowd? Or?
It was a big crowd, but I don't think it was sold out.
No.
It was probably close to selling out. Fear Factory were excellent. They brought... I thought she was just someone from the crowd, but I think looking at it, she was actually one of the band members' partners or friends or whatever. But basically, there was this lady like stood there with this massive like her phone or some device on top of a stick, and Dino was like, "Someone's recording, go fucking mental." And obviously, the whole crowd blew up and everything else. And then I saw her like dotting around backstage. It was like, oh, there's no way she just managed to swing that just by having a camera. So yeah, then they actually released the footage afterwards of the kind of UK show, and it actually looks pretty fucking crazy. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Kerry King came on. It was very good, but they only have one album. The album I'm going to be controversial in this. I know you don't like Slayer anyway, but the album I really like. Live, it's a bit boring. It's a bit.
Is it the same song
Basically,
for the entire album?
Basically is. So there was a few things I didn't like about it. Firstly, Kerry King was just stood to one side of the stage and the rest of the members were kind of doing their own thing. And then like the chant started for Kerry. I was like, okay, I get it because it's called Kerry King. However, Paul Bostaph is still on drums, who's ex-Slayer.
Yeah, I did hear he was playing.
You have Phil Dimmel playing guitar, who's obviously epic.
Wow, yeah.
The dude from Dead Angels on vocals, and I can't remember who their bass player is. All very renowned musicians.
Right.
And everyone's just going, Kerry. And I'm like...
Well, I guess if you name the band that, unfortunately, it does it's going to be the Kerry King show at the end of the day,
it's
isn't
the
it?
sort of band, lead guitarist band thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we've talked about it before on the podcast, but like, it's blatantly obvious that like when the rest of Slayer announced we want to retire, and he was like, I don't want Slayer to retire, and they were like, we're going to retire, and he was just like, well, fuck you guys then.
I'll do my own thing.
That's actually fair enough then, because it's kind of just like, I just am going to do Slayer on my own.
Yeah, pretty much.
And to be fair,
Can't
they
knock
did
him
do
for it.
several Slayer songs as well, so obviously. They did an Iron Maiden one, which was weird.
Oh, okay.
So the singer came out and
Interesting.
he was like, it's been a year of loss for everyone. And I was like, they're going to do Ozzy, whatever. And he was like...
There's so many Ozzy Osbourne tribute.
You could nearly write it. It was coming, right? It was like, we're going to do an Ozzy song. He did Paul Di'Anno Maiden song.
Nice.
Oh, really?
I was like, oh, wow,
Which
okay.
one?
Oh, it was a real deep cut. Can't remember the bloody name of it now. But yeah, it was real...
Love those two Iron Maiden.
Yeah. I was like, fucking hell, okay. You don't see Kerry King playing Iron Maiden that often, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
they did obviously do an Aussie tribute as well, mixed in with Slayer. So started with an Aussie riff, 5 minutes later, back into Aussie riff. I was like, close enough, it'll do.
Sweet.
It was Black Sabbath rather than Aussie, but yeah. There's probably enough from that really. They were good. They were, I prefer Fear Factory. They were just better. They really filled the sound. Jen's currently smiling, going, "Yeah, obviously you preferred Fear Factory." Yeah, they just once they got going, like the sound was just fantastic.
So
it was just,
tight and rhythmically, just impeccable band.
Yeah.
The Self-Biased Resistor is probably one of my favourite songs. It's such a cool riff. Like halfway through when it changes into the kind of slower thing. That live, like you saw it, because they're Bloodstock, it is so fucking good.
Yeah,
so
their Bloodstock set was absolutely
great.
immense.
It was,
Definitely
yeah.
one of the
Enjoyed it.
highlights for me. And I guess a lesser known band, Famine, were brilliant as well.
Ooh.
Never seen them before, but I saw them. So Desert Storm, who we played here with for the first Vulture God gig, I saw Famine playing some gigs with them.
Oh, cool.
So I thought I'd check them out. If they've played with Desert Storm, then they must be pretty cool. Yeah, they were awesome actually. Really, really impressed
I've
with
heard a lot
them.
of good things about them. I missed them. I can't remember the Zoom. Probably drinking. But
Good riffs, good vocals.
Their vocalist is great.
Yeah, vocalist was great.
they're Doom, right?
Sort of.
It was a bit stonery, I would say. Definitely.
Yeah, okay.
More leaning towards stoner than doom, I would say. But definitely worth checking out. Out of the sort of lesser known bands, they were the highlight for me.
That's
Definitely.
cool. They were main stage as well, right?
Yeah, they
Early.
were. And the worst clash for me was actually Rivers of Nile clashed with Wall, which is so Wall is the basically Desert Storm instrumental. So the drummer and the guitar player are twins, and they have an instrumental band called
Nice.
Wall. And I've always got to
Who are
support
playing
them.
here soon?
I think they just played.
Or
They
just
actually
played.
supported Desert Storm, so they supported themselves.
That's hilarious.
Love it. That sounds like what you need to do.
I was about
I saw
to say,
Blackstone Cherry do that once. In Wolverhampton, like 10 years ago, they played 45 minutes unplugged, went off, came back on, played an hour and a half plugged in.
Fair.
Nice.
It was pretty cool.
I love it when bands do that. The Bronx used to do that with the Bronx and then
And Mariachi El
yeah,
Bronx.
Mariachi El Bronx. So you come out as a mariachi band and do Bronx.
That's cool.
songs.
That's
then
really
go off
cool.
stage and come back on as the
I
Bronx.
can
and do
remember
it
when they
all the
released
time.
that album, Kerrang got absolutely obsessed with them
Yeah,
for about
yeah.
6 months, and then
Yeah.
we just never
Yeah,
saw them in
yeah,
the magazine
yeah,
ever again.
Right, that's enough of that.
It's so weird. The Bronx are just one of those weird, like, they're your punk and hardcore and post-punk's favourite band that you've not heard of. Like, even
Fair.
though they've been going for, like, God knows how long. But yeah, sorry, I love that stuff when bands do that, like, double-up thing of, you know, like...
Support
We're
themselves
actually
with a
our own
different name.
support act as well, yeah.
It's cheaper and they make more money, I guess.
I mean, if Kerry King did that with Slayer, I wouldn't survive. Yeah, let's never do that, please.
Probably don't have to. I don't think you can pull off that.
But what about Kerry Swing's Electro Swing?
Oh.
Kerry King's Electro
Yes.
Swing
Yes.
side project.
Kerry Swing.
Kerry Swing, yeah, there we go.
Good
work,
This
yeah.
is brilliant. You're
Love
sold
it.
me now, I'm 100% there.
Kerry King doing some Eurobeat before he goes and plays Slayer.
That's
riffs.
amazing, yeah.
Sorry, that's the name of this episode. It's not going to be episode whatever interview with Vulture God. It's episode Kerry Swing.
Kerry Swing.
Perfect. We've got
big
a
wall
winner.
salad.
Amazing. Brilliant.
Who did you pick over Wall or Rivers Nile?
I watched a bit of both. Rivers and Nile started. I think I watched maybe 15 minutes of them. I've always got to support my boys. I've known the Desert Storm guys for a long time. I'm actually originally from Oxford. I've seen them more than any other band, like over 30 times.
Oh, wow.
Just they are such a good band. Go and see Desert Storm. You've just missed them here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they do like playing Bristol, so they will be back at some point, and they've got a new album
Definitely.
coming
They
up.
played
so-
here a few times, I think.
Yeah, they love the Griff.
Who doesn't? Best pub in Bristol.
It is,
Hey.
yeah, it's a great place. I feel like I've lost my train of thought. But I watched like 15 minutes of Rivers and Nile, and then I caught all of Wall. But that was a bit gutting because I really, really like Rivers of Nile, and I feel like that's definitely a band that tickles my brain in a nice way.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, very good band.
Really surprised by Rivers and Nile. Never really listened to them before, and yeah, just going and seeing them, I was just like, oh shit.
They're kind of one of those bands that are kind of like
Yeah.
kind of what I want to do with Vulture God. They're kind of they're of that sort that kind of.
Can you play the saxophone?
God, if you can't, you're
now.
fired.
I think you're gonna have to start learning.
Obviously, like in our, I mean, he plays keys. That's everything.
Yeah.
He,
It is
he plays
everything.
the everything instrument. It's just a life hack for like whatever we want.
I can turn this effect on, and there we go.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, obviously, you know, in our own way. But yeah, they're a band that are very unique, and they've
was
got that
crazy,
kind of
yeah, I couldn't believe
death
how
metal
heavy they
vibe to them,
were.
but so much melody as well,
Exactly.
clean vocals,
Yeah,
and it
couldn't
just
believe
always
it.
keeps you on your toes. You never quite know what to expect.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I want for Vulture God, really.
Did you see him in Bristol earlier this year?
No, that's the first time seeing them. That's why I was quite gutted that I didn't get to see all of them, but definitely a band that I will watch properly at
Yeah,
some
they're
point.
really
when I get
good.
A chance. Really, really cool.
I'm always amazed at the bass player. I think it's the bass player. The guy with the huge beard. And he's got such an angelic voice.
Yeah.
Yes.
You look at him and you're like, he's definitely going to be the guttural one.
Yeah.
No. He's
And then really, really cool. Yeah.
and this glorious beard. They're excellent. I really like them. I was glad that they were playing. The next one that we were at was Jen, you might want the mic. Unless there was one that we were at before this, which was Redshift, Allium, and Buried in Bermuda.
Yes. Oh, what a brilliant gig.
It was. Tyler
was.
Scene was supposed to be there.
Was that the Fleece?
It was.
Possibly.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't see videos from that. Yeah.
Tyler Scene was supposed to be there, but didn't. Well, I don't know what happened to him. There was nothing about him. They just,
I didn't hear anything.
I
I
saw
don't know.
Thylacine once in the Thunderbolt, and they
where is the
played.
Thunderbolt? There's a lot of
It's
things up
out
there.
near Totterdown Bridge.
It's like you go up
It's
past
it's
Temple
really
Mead.
out of the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Right.
just past Temple
It's also
Mead.
shutting down soon.
It is.
Yeah.
Is it? I didn't realise it was shutting
Thylacine played a
down.
ripper of a set. They were amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're another Bristol-based band. aren't
No,
they?
I think they're from Hereford.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's this? Sorry, Redshift.
Not Hereford. No. Worcester.
Right.
I think they're from. Thylacine.
Oh, Tyler Scene.
Well, yeah, they were supposed to play, but they didn't. So it started with Redshift, which were an extreme prog metal band.
They are definitely fans of Rush, if I've ever seen
You know
it.
what? They might
And
have actually
Primus.
been the band that I saw get through metal, the Masses
No
Heat
way.
playing Rush covers.
No way.
Do you know what? I would not be
It
surprised.
now you've said their name, the fact they like Rush, it's kind of rung a bell in my head somewhere.
Full circle.
It was great.
They,
Wow.
They boggled my mind. They were
Nice.
insane. That was
Yeah.
the definition of prog right there.
Absolutely.
They were brilliant musicians.
They had an interesting look about them. So the guitar player was playing the world's smallest guitar. Headless guitar was about this big. The bass player was a small guy playing a 6-string bass that was fucking massive.
Yeah.
It was
That's
like
brilliant.
huge on him. Like he was just playing this monstrous
That's
guitar.
amazing.
And yeah, they were just, and he was also playing keys and stuff as well. Like they were very talented blokes.
Rush style. Bass player playing
Absolutely
keys.
Rush style. They did a nice little Primus cover
They
as
did,
well.
yeah.
That
That's
was nice.
sick.
Yeah, they did. Oh no, what did they do? I don't remember which one.
Did they do a Primus cover? The way I described them was like Joe Satriani with Primus.
Oh, it was Jerry was a race car driver.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
Nice.
And it worked really well with their style. Like they just kind of threw it in there, and you're like, that works. That really works
That's really
really
Yeah.
well.
That's really cool.
They were all incredibly technical. The drummer was doing all sorts of crazy shit as well.
Yep.
I feel he was a little bit new because he was struggling a little bit to keep up with the carnage.
I know what you mean. He seemed a bit. He seemed like a developing musician who is only ever going to do great things from now on. Do you know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Like, yeah, I could tell that he was maybe a bit young, but oh my god, what an incredible drummer!
Yeah, he was focusing really hard on what he's doing because he was. I like when drummers play what the guitars are playing as well. Like it's
Yeah,
not just
they're
holding the rhythm in the
syncopated.
background. So like every beat that the bassist or guitar player, depending on which one was doing it, would hit, he was following it. I have a lot of respect for that because that's really hard to do.
And for a 3-piece, they had such a massive sound.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Allium were the next one.
Yeah, so Allium, they were definitely not our genre for sure. They're more
No.
of a
Bit more
Just-
indie, aren't they?
yeah,
Sort of?
indie, just alternative rock.
Grungy,
I mean,
pop punk kind of.
yeah. Again, great musicians. They put on a great set. That singer, she is full of energy. She's
Full of
brilliant.
beans, absolutely.
Brilliant. But again, not my scene, but
They reminded
was-
me of Hole. Remember the band
whole
Hole?
vibes, yeah.
Kurt Cobain's
I
wife?
feel like
Full
Allium were
love.
on
Yeah.
one of the early Anorak lineups. It was just like a random night. It was actually I don't know if you remember the nights that John Spencer used to do like the Stellify events.
Yes, I
at
do
the
remember
Crown,
those.
and it was just a load of bands.
I think I went to one at the
I think that was like the second Anorak
at
gig, and
the Crown.
I think they were on that lineup.
in the bottom room, the one on the left that's really, really
Yes,
small and really, really
it's
hot.
like a bomb shelter kind of vibes. I think our old drummer Rodrigo was like hitting the ceiling with his drumsticks. Like
I remember playing a
It's
show in
that.
there and the dripping off the
oh
ceiling.
yeah, I was
and-
just about to say I was drenched with sweat after that set.
Good effort.
Yeah, I do know of them.
Yeah, they're good. They're the way I describe them, because it's not really my scene, is if you were out with a bunch of mates that wasn't in the best bar in Bristol, and it was advertised there was music playing, and you went in, you were chatting with your friends with music on the background.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I would put them as. They were good. Yeah,
Yeah, just adds to the vibe.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
which is a good.
yeah. They also kind of looked like a uni band. It was kind of hilarious. I don't know if this was intentional or not, but it looked like they'd finished their first day at their apprenticeship, like probably selling cars, and come straight from work.
Nice.
It was an interesting take with proper shoes and
Yeah,
suit
no, they looked
trousers
very
and
smart,
they
didn't
did,
they?
yeah, and polos
Yeah.
and the top button done up, and it was all very uni band. They were good energy, but yeah, just not my style. Buried in Bermuda were the headliners.
Yes.
Yeah, always good energy.
Yeah.
Good band.
Absolutely excellent. They're
Still
so
got a
good.
little bit of a grudge for them actually knocking us out of the last underdog heat that we did
Oh, really?
before. Well, as Anorak again before. But good band. I mean, well deserved, obviously. But
Football manager after a game, we ran out there, we played a good.
but then we got to the Melton Masters final, so there was that. No, they are a good band. Their song "Electric" does actually get stuck in my head
It
sometimes.
does, yeah.
It's a banger.
It's good. Yeah, it's a good tune.
Oh, do you know what? It cracked me up. So, Tom, you described them as Audio Slave with Aquaman.
Aquaman playing bass.
No, they were brilliant. And
He's
just
a fine specimen of a human.
Yeah.
He is. If I was gay, I mean... I know, they did a cracking set, like, shout out
Gilles
them.
always mystifies me that he manages to switch from like a real belt to a scream to really clean
His
vocals
vocal range is
so
insane.
quickly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How he does it, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great frontman, to be fair.
And he brings so much energy and passion into the music. Like, he is 100% focused on what he's doing, like, and just having a ball. The only downside of that gig was half the crowd left when the album finished.
That really sucks.
That's a
Uni
shame.
band
I hate
bring
it
all
when
their
people do
friends
that.
and
Exactly.
then they all piss off after the set.
Which is real bad band etiquette.
It's
Like,
bad form.
It is. It really is. They didn't deserve that. They deserved to have the
Nah,
place
it's a shame.
absolutely packed. Because they
But
put
sometimes
on,
I have noticed that at some local shows, it is sort of a worrying trend that actually the main support will play to the biggest
Yeah.
crowd.
I've
they're
seen
just
that
bringing all
a
the
few
friends.
times.
I don't get why you would pay to go to a gig and then leave halfway through. You haven't even seen the headliners. Like, it kind of blows my mind. You've already
Yeah,
paid for your
but-
ticket. Like, you may as well go watch it.
You'd think, wouldn't you?
You would.
It's not how a lot of people operate, though, is it?
No.
They just don't think about it in the same way. Especially if you are going to support your friends. I think a lot of the time.
I
that
think
is-
I think big thing, 'cause I talked about it with, I can't remember which band it was that which
So we can hear you.
band it was yeah, but I said that before, one of the ones that I came to here and stuff, and it's like, unfortunately, I think it's a little bit of band etiquette as well, where it's like, I remember, like, obviously playing shows and stuff, doesn't matter where you are in the lineup, you watch the other
100%,
bands,
yeah,
you know, at
yeah.
least, you know, obviously if you've got to go
100%.
and do something, you've got to go do something, but you know what I mean, and I almost feel like a bit of that's been lost, where the band just goes, cool, we've played our set, leave.
I think those are always
you
the
know,
bands
yeah.
that, you know, just won't get the same opportunities, and people will notice that after a while. Like you say, there's always going to be, you know, I mean, when we played that show in Bournemouth that you definitely weren't there for.
I remember
It was-
distinctly because I wasn't there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you literally, to be fair to you, you played the show, and then you had like a job application you had to get in by like 11 o'clock or midnight or something. You're like, yeah, I've kind of got to go. But, you know, it's still a long way for everyone to go, and we stayed for most of the headliner set just to, you know, you don't have to stay for even the whole thing, but it is a courtesy, especially because, you know, at the end of the day, they're the headliner, they brought us on board.
True, yeah.
And it's kind of like, yeah, it's a courtesy thing, really, isn't it? And you might see some fucking sick music as well.
Exactly.
You just, yeah.
You have to accept you're not the biggest band in the world, you know? You
Yeah,
might
exactly.
actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, that and just support the local community, you know? Like, gigs like this wouldn't happen if all of us didn't put them on and didn't perform at them
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
go as an audience. So, you know, you're already there.
Yeah, 100%
I'd never
agree.
have met you if I'd not watched all the bands on the bill.
That's a good point. That's
you
a very
go.
good point.
Yeah, see, make connections.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I fucked off your set. I wasn't watching any of that shit, but I mean, I appreciate that.
to be fair, mate, yeah, that's fair enough. I think that's fair game, dude.
No, I did watch the set, and I remember you had a lot of troubles that night with your bass.
Oh my God,
You ripped out the
Oh my
batteries
God,
after.
yeah.
That was the day that you swore never to play an active.
Yeah,
Bass
I
again.
used to play an active bass.
Active basses do so. I mean, they've got their benefits, but for the most part,
I have
it's
a
just-
rule: batteries nowhere near anything that I do on stage. Can't trust them, and it was not even the battery that broke on that particular gig. It was the because it was a 9-volt that goes in the back of the guitar. It was the battery connector that was made of paper, and it wasn't made of actual paper, but it was really thin. It was really thin material, and it just sort of decided to break. And then I had to sort of take 5-10 minutes out of the set to fix it, and then come back on and stand stock still for the rest of the set, in order to be like,
To make sure it doesn't move.
yeah, please, I can't move while I'm playing. It's fine. Just pretend like it's all a good time.
Just imagine me moving around.
To be fair, Epimetheus have come a long way since that gig, though.
Thanks, mate.
Honestly, like, I mean, well, talking of recent gigs, I went to see Epimetheus a few months back.
Did you?
When was that again?
Oh God,
were
was that
there.
was that when we? I was there. Was that when we headlined the
Exchange.
the exchange with Phantom Droid? Yeah.
Yeah, phenomenal. Like, genuinely phenomenal.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, sick.
We've invested in good equipment. That's what I'll chalk it down to.
I hear the
It
bass player's
helps.
pretty good too.
Yeah. Yes.
Apparently, I couldn't comment on that. I'm afraid. Thanks, dude.
Oh, thank you.
What other gigs? I mean,
What else have you been to?
I went to Arctangent.
You did.
Ooh.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. I can't remember any of the bands I saw now.
Melvins.
The ones that stood out for me
Ahab.
were the Melvins were amazing. It was. I mean, I've loved the Melvins for ages. I'm sort of. It's quite. I think it's quite interesting actually that I would pick Arctangent over Bloodstock a lot of the time because
I'm leaning that way now.
And it's I bring quite a different set of influences to our band.
Definitely.
I'm very much into the sort of the doom and the drone music and post metal type stuff, and so Arctangent. I've kind of ruined other festivals for myself because Arctangent does exactly what I want to hear, and it's so close.
How close is it, Bristol?
It's like it's
so
in Compton
close.
Martin.
You can get a bus. You can get a taxi home.
It's
really
It's like
convenient.
25 minutes outside the city.
I genuinely think I'm not going to do Bloodstock next year, and I'm going to do Arctangent.
I'm leaning the same way. I think for me, it's Trees and Arctangent next
it
year. around that
always
time.
Run by the same people.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I went the last couple of years, and I just absolutely love it. I do feel like it. And again, with Bloodstock this year, it was like, I mean, I discovered Famine, like I mentioned. I really liked them, but I just feel that Arctangent really caters to that sort of quirky side of my brain.
It really
the
does.
more
It really
progressive.
But yeah, the
weird stuff.
Melvins were unbelievable, and I've wanted to see them for years and years and years. And they play the Exchange a fair amount, but the tickets always sell out like that.
Yeah.
And so I've never managed to get tickets to see them at the Exchange. But I did see them at Arctangent, and they played my two favourite tracks. They played Revolve, and they played A History of Bad Men. And so I was there just like,
That's such a good track.
and they played it so well. They were amazing. Ahab were amazing. They're a funeral doom band, and they played at, for a funeral doom band, light speed. So they were maybe playing at about sort of 80 BPM.
Oh my god, so quick.
They were fantastic. They were so good. Who else did I see that I really enjoyed? I saw an Aussie band called Battlesnake, who I didn't know anything about.
Yes. One of our first episodes we mentioned. They're fucking crazy.
They are amazing. They kind of sound like Infest the Rat's Nest, King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard, but less proggy, and that's just what they do.
And more Freddie
That's really
Mercury.
cool.
Yeah. And then they finished their set with a cover of Let There Be Rock, which they played at actual light speed. They were fantastic. Who else? Emma Ruth Rundle was amazing. Bit of a vibe change, just her and the acoustic guitar. But she filled. Was it the main stage or the second stage? I can't remember. I was quite drunk. But she filled the tent. A lot of the crowd was sat down because it was just a nice sort of mid-afternoon
moment.
chill. She was amazing. I saw a bit of Godspeed. They were great.
Did you see? We haven't actually spoken really properly about Arctangent. The two probably bands that I would have most been excited to see. Leprous.
I didn't see
They're
that.
announced
They
for Bloodstock
were
next year.
clashing.
Massive
Yes,
L.
indeed. Who? Right.
Leprous.
Yeah.
So
No,
who
I
they
didn't.
clashed
No,
with?
I can't remember who they clashed with, but they clashed with somebody.
Not good enough.
It might have been. It might have been Green
fired.
Lung, who were amazing.
Fair play.
They were
Fair play. I do
fantastic.
love Green Lung as well.
They were fantastic.
And the other band, Sugar Horse. Did you
No,
see Sugar
and they
Horse?
clashed with. It might have been Ahab.
Fair play then. But
Sugar Horse are a
They are
Bristol-based
a
band,
Bristol
aren't they?
band.
Because I saw
Probably-
them at Damnation.
Yeah.
last
They're quite
year.
good at putting
Yeah.
on local bands.
I mean, it's an easy market for
Well,
them.
exactly. They've played. The Sugar Horse have played at least twice, I think. At
I would say, I mean, you've already mentioned your favourite Bristol band being Bozos that you're not in.
That I'm not in.
My favourite Bristol band that I'm not in is Sugar Horse, without a doubt, I would say.
Cool.
Yeah,
And
I saw,
Epimetheus.
I saw them last year. I really liked them. I thought they were really, really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I tell you who I did see at
Pause.
Arctangent on a whim, who were amazing. Car Bomb.
Carbon was sick.
Brilliant.
I
They-
love Carbon.
Love Carbon.
Kind of sound like Meshuggah, but more chaotic.
Yeah, way more chaotic.
And they were. I
So-
just stood there like. For the entire set.
For the
I was
guitar enthusiasts as well, they have the best sounding rakes. Rake is where you like drag your thumb or your pick up the strings like that, and it's like a.
Oh, the thing that Gojira do.
Yeah, like Gojira. Yeah, so Gojira kind of. I feel like they popularized it. In fact, I think the story that I've heard is that it was a complete mistake once. That I think one of them just kind of did that, and they were like, "Oh, that
That's
sounds
cool,
pretty
do it again."
So then they do it in like all their songs. Like, if you're not aware of what it is, like you listen to Gojira songs, you will notice it a lot because they do it in their songs all the time. And it's just this kind of sound, you know.
Yeah.
But Car Bomb do that, and it sounds insane.
Yeah.
Their guitar tone is ridiculous. Like,
It's crazy.
they've
isn't
got the
it?
best sounding rakes.
I just came out of the tent having watched their set. Like I this has changed my fundamental understanding of how to count.
Yeah, it's baffling.
So I don't know.
Count to 4.
I don't know where a 1 was at any point in that set.
Ray,
It was unbelievable.
so Ben Raygate, our bass player, he said
squared.
that it's a
Ben squared.
Ben squared. It's a prime example of why not to use kick drum triggers. Apparently, did you feel the same? Apparently, just they were using kick triggers like constantly, so that's when
I was still quite far back, so maybe I didn't get the full.
If anyone doesn't know what that is, it's where you hit a drum and it plays a sample at the same time. So that keeps the sound quite consistent, which I guess could be a good thing. But I think just the kick drum for Carbon was just very loud, maybe.
Oh, right, yeah, no, I've been to gigs where that happens, where the kick drum gets hit.
Yeah, I feel like there are a lot of modern metal bands that do use particularly like triggered kicks.
Oh, Deathcore's always had a big thing with the triggered.
100%,
Yeah, that kind of
Because in order to
machine
play
gun
that fast, you actually have to play quiet.
Yeah, that's that's I guess the main reason why people would use it. But we're purists.
That didn't
I'm out.
that didn't come through at any point when I watched them. I thought it was amazing. Oh,
So Carbomb, excellent with their rakes. Who else?
the first band of the entire festival that I saw were a band called
Not of the entire festival, of who you saw.
The first band I saw at the festival were a band called God Alone, who I knew nothing about, and they were amazing. It was sort of like screamo-y, hardcore,
Okay.
but with quite clean sounding guitars. They sounded a bit like Frail Body. I don't know if you know them. But they were amazing, and they had moments where they almost did sort of they kind of veered into almost funk. They were really cool. Slift were great.
Oh, Slift is so good.
Slift were last year. They were the band of the festival.
Yeah, for me they were almost,
unbelievable. But they
good.
got given a better slot. They headlined the first day, and they were given a longer set, and
phenomenal band.
the intensity they played with last year wasn't quite there. They were still amazing, but having witnessed one of the best gigs I've ever seen, a breathless 45 minutes from them last year, where they played song into song into song into song.
That set last year
all at 100 miles an hour,
so
all ridiculously tight, all with lots of jam sections in between. It was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
This year didn't quite pack the punch, but they were still amazing. I still really enjoyed them. Healthy Living were really good.
Did you see Clowncore?
Did.
I've heard some interesting takes on that set.
I like
I did.
Clowncore, an interesting one.
Interesting is a word that we can use, yeah.
I have a lot of friends who dress up as clowns and go and see them. So
I saw some of it. And
not for you.
they did the things that they did, and I'm sure that they did them very well. I was too far away to see the video that they had playing behind them.
This is what I've heard a lot about.
Which
I've
was
heard
just
about
lots of porn.
Was it like AI
classic.
generated
I think it
porn?
might have
a lot of
been
people are basically
AI
saying they just
porn.
had like AI generated hardcore porn just playing for the entire set.
See, that's classic old school band
And you've
stuff.
got like, kids kind of roaming about. And
There were quite a lot of kids.
yeah, I have
A
heard.
lot of big ass titties.
Thing is, I'm gutted because
In fact, while they were playing, they were sort of.
I've never heard you talk like that once ever over the year that I've known you. What the fuck happened there? Jesus
Sorry,
Christ.
the filter has finally
Oh my
been
God.
removed.
I blame
Sorry.
Stout.
I've never once heard Tom ever say anything like
Just
that.
get him to a Clowncore gig and it'll all come
Already
out.
sorted.
Oh dear.
I actually did see a couple of mums with their kids on their shoulders.
And
like,
big-ass titties.
Dancing along. And then the porn started and the mums were like, oh no! We must turn our backs now. And the kids were like, Mum, why are we not looking at the band anymore?
They're naughty boys.
They're naughty, but we've got bands at home.
I am gutted though because obviously they dropped out last year, and I really wanted to see them because they're just one of a kind, and I just think what they do is just great.
It was
But
certainly unique.
Fair enough.
I mean, there are a lot of people in there, and they all seem to love it. So I can accept
sure
it.
they did.
I can accept not enjoying it as a me problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not an anybody else problem. Yeah, I mean, overall, the festival felt not quite as busy as it did last year, which I didn't think was too much of a problem. But I think that was always going to happen, considering the stops that were pulled out for last year being the 10th anniversary.
Right.
Right.
And having a headliner with the stature of Meshuggah,
Yeah, that was insane.
which they didn't have to such an extent this year. I mean, Godspeed are like a huge band in terms of like their influence, but I don't think.
I've heard they are trying to get Mastodon though.
I think they could.
You heard it here, Mastodon headliner.
That's a huge name to
Archangel.
have there.
Huh?
That's a huge name.
Yeah,
Like,
I think they could do it.
I mean, I always talk about with my friends that who's gonna headline next year, and I genuinely think King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard could.
Oh, that would
be great.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
That would be.
That would
I mean,
be great.
it's obviously quite hard to get them to the other side of the world, and they'd have to tie it in with doing a tour. They wouldn't just come to do that. I mean, I guess they could, but they'd have to be paid a lot to make it financially worth it.
Yeah.
But like vibes wise,
that would be perfect. Yeah.
awesome. Sounds like a good festival, and only getting better by the sounds of it.
Oh
so.
yeah, it's always so. Having got thoroughly bored of festivals like Download, because it's so big and you have to walk so far to get anywhere.
Yeah.
The fact that your tent is in a field, you walk for 10 minutes and then you're in with the bands, it's just so much nice.
Yeah, totally
I love
agree. What else have we been to? We did one last Sunday. I don't know if we've been on anything else.
I went to one on Saturday, so it was here at the best pub in Bristol.
What pub is that?
Oh, the Griffin. I don't know if you've heard of Gryphon.
I don't think
Is that
I've
what
ever
you say?
heard of the Gryphon.
The Gryphon? Gryphon? What's a Gryphon? Oh, a Gryphon. Sorry, Simpsons reference. So,
No, maybe sorry.
it was a Doom gig that was announced with quite short notice from what I know. So it was a band called Doer. Zaichi, I think is how you say
I've
it.
seen their name pop up quite a lot recently.
Yeah.
Does ring a bell.
And Nash, so they're Bristol local. And I will be honest, they were all excellent, and I came in very buzzed because I just had a few cocktails before I arrived, so I was having the best time. I was like, yeah, Doom, hell yeah. And it was packed full of all the usual suspects. It was a lovely evening. It was lovely to see everyone, and it was absolutely rammed up here.
There was a lot of energy about that day because it was just a free gig up here that was last minute kind of put together. There was an awful lot of people talking about just going out on Saturday, coming here just to hang out and, you know.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think is Bristol local involved in the music scene. I know Nash are very much involved as Russ, isn't it? So
Yeah.
he's a local here. So it's just
We did. Yeah.
yeah, they supported Raging Speedhorn. So yeah, no, it was just very wholesome. Nice to see the local metal community out.
Good. Busy night in the Griffin by the sounds of it. Day after then was Lord Misery, Verminthrone and Iron Slug. Should have been Verminthrone, but as we started the podcast with,
Boys
they
and
don't have a
Verminthrone.
rear axle anymore.
Yeah,
So
on the motorway somewhere.
Still probably there.
Still waiting for AA to show up. 3 days later.
So, Theo, do you want to start? Lord Misery?
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were great. You know, they were really cool. Apparently, they'd had a bit of a break. They'd only gotten back together again recently.
Relatively recently,
Yeah, so they've only gotten back together again recently. Really good. Definitely more in the kind of like desert sludge kind of vein of Doom. Like the
Nice.
more, I guess,
Yeah,
kind of
that's
more.
cool.
If you're going to say more like the kind of, I always call it like the Orange Goblin direction of, you know what I mean? That
They
more-
were great at Bloodstock as
They
well.
were great.
I've
I
gotta
love the
say.
X. I love Orange Goblin.
Like,
Another
yeah,
great
Orange
band.
Goblin.
Yeah,
I love
and
them.
the fact that they're breaking up very sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, really enjoyed their set. But yeah, so more in that direction. Yeah, really enjoyed it. I thought they were really tight. They were really good. And like I kind of mentioned earlier, just really funny because obviously both the two bands that did play ended up with expanded sets. They basically played their one and then just went, yep, cool. So we're going to play like 3 or 4 songs that we haven't played in 6 months or 8 months, and they still sounded really great.
Yeah.
So yeah,
There was
really
a stage
good.
where the guitar riff started, And the bass player's looking at him kind of going, no, it's the wrong riff. Let's do this riff. Oh shit, yeah, it's that one.
That riff. Yeah, we'll go to that. We'll play that riff instead.
Which I thought was quite fun.
Yeah.
I liked their vocalist. He brought a kind of DIY hardcore element to it. Like, he was in his own little trance state, didn't really care about what was going on around him, just giving
belting
it everything.
out, belting the vocals, like, yeah.
He reminded me somewhere between Anders from In Flames and Paul Collier from Perp Walk.
Yeah.
He had the kind of mannerisms of Paul, like, really, like, getting
quite
into
intense,
it.
Yeah.
Slightly blackened edged him as well.
Yeah,
like, there was a rasp
with the
to his
vocal
vocals.
stuff, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they were good. They were, Sludge. You can't really go wrong with Sludge Sunday. So you know,
it is really interesting. I will say this, and I said it to you guys. I think on the Sunday itself, like, it's really weird because like Doom is like, it's weirdly this genre that like, if you said like, oh, let's put some music on, it's not. I wouldn't go to Doom as a genre. Every time I watch Doom bands live, I'm like, this is brilliant. I love it. Why don't I listen to more Doom? Like, I should be listening to more Doom all the time.
Yeah,
like,
I'm the same. I don't actually listen to a lot of Doom in my spare time, apart from Yob.
Yeah.
Which we can get onto that in a minute. That's a band that I'm seeing very soon.
Nice.
But live, it just always
it just sounds
hits
amazing.
So
I just
much better. It's so
every time.
atmospheric, and it just takes me to another dimension.
Yeah, every time I see
it's like I
exactly
disassociate.
Doom bands are equipment nerds.
It's just
It's always really big, really nice amps and really
thunderous sounds.
really intricate pedal boards, and
when you feel that vibrate through your body,
it just sounds good.
Who was that proggy Doom band we saw here where the pedal board and it was changing itself?
Oh, I don't remember.
Who was it? That was he had this. Like you're just saying,
mad.
it's insane. It's
Yeah,
like
what?
15 pedals. But a bunch of them had like, widgets on them, and then he presses one thing, and you watched all the widgets change on all the other pedals and stuff.
cool.
And we were watching the band and then going, like staring down at his pedal board, going, "What's George changing now?" Like,
that's really cool.
It honestly looked like a space. He was gonna press a button and like the pub
Just
was
takes
gonna
off.
the pub was gonna just go up into the sky. Yeah, it's insane. But I completely agree. Yeah, and with you as well. Like it is, and it's funny because you mentioned the disassociated thing. Because sometimes I do struggle a little bit with disassociation at gigs, and I get a bit overloaded. But Doom is one of those genres that like, because it's kind of so atmospheric, kind of around you. It's like I can kind of do that, but also still enjoy the music
you
itself.
don't feel overwhelmed.
No, yeah,
And
exactly.
there's no onus on anybody to do anything other than
Just like
What kind of
this is,
nod off
this
to
is
sleep.
the greatest compliment that you can pay a Doom musician. You just stand there and nod your head to the riff. I play a Vulture God show. I need to see people fucking losing their minds. Yeah.
Putting a shift in.
Play an Epimetheus gig. If people are going,
You've done your job very well.
I'm like, yes, this is
Love
Everyone's locked in.
Sorry, this is completely unrelated. Is your tattoo a duck that says Quack
It
Sabbath
is indeed
underneath
it's
it?
a
was
goose.
waiting.
Actually, it
Oh,
says
it's
Quack
a goose,
Sabbath.
sorry.
Quack Sabbath, yeah.
That is excellent.
He's a.
Oh, that's Adam, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know. I don't know him. But sorry, I'm a tattooist, so I don't know him personally. But I've seen his work around. Yeah, he's really cool.
I saw
thought you were talking about
I
the
saw him
goose.
do.
That's Adam.
He did.
I've seen him around.
I've seen
I
Adam
don't know
back
him personally.
He did an Ozzy Osbourne version on somebody else.
Nice.
And I thought, oh, that's really cool. I like it, but I want it to be Tony.
Nice. Yeah. That's really
And
cool.
he did a really good job on the SG has the right pickups in it. And
Nice. Good. Got to be done. Got to get the.
For a Doom connoisseur, it
Equipment
needs
nerd.
to
Oh
be
no,
the
tell me you're in a
right
Doom band with
pickups.
us.
Yeah.
The goose tattoo has to be holding the right guitar.
On that note, on the pedal boards, and else, Iron Slug, who headlined that night.
Yes, they did. Sorry. Yeah.
They'd have some pedal boards on them, I would imagine.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
the sound those boys created.
Couldn't
is
believe there's only
insane.
two of them. It's insane.
Oh,
honestly.
really?
Oh, it's
The
mad.
lead guitar player plays bass and vocals at the same time. So he's feeding into two different ramps, and he's got the pedal set up so he can play through the guitar, but playing bass while still holding doom riffs and sludgy riffs.
Yeah.
It was
Nice.
fucking insane. Like, how they got that sound,
Yeah.
I have no idea. Like, they only recently adjusted to being a two-piece.
Yeah.
And I still don't know how they did it. He explained to me afterwards. I was like, nope, that's gone completely over my head.
Doom bands for you.
There are a lot of
Never
a lot of
ask
Doom bands
them how they
doing
do
that right
things.
now. There's a band called Bellwitch. I don't know if you've ever heard
Oh,
of them.
Bellwitch.
They are one of the slowest Doom bands out there.
Was
but
it
it's
the
there's
Art
only-
Tangent 2 years ago?
And they set the stage up so the two of them were facing each other.
Yeah.
right in the middle of the stage, and they were staring at each other
was a
the
really
entire
cool
time.
set.
It was almost sexual at points. You could tell there
Well,
was something going on. But like this
Not in
guy,
front of my salad,
the
guys,
bass
come on.
player plays an 8-string bass and is playing
An
the
8-string bass.
is playing
It's
the really
mental.
low
Wow.
bits on some of the bass and then doing with his other hand tapping melody over the top.
Bloody hell.
It's really quite something.
And they are slow.
It's probably good for them that they are that slow because I'm not sure if they were
very
fast.
slow. Didn't they play like 2 songs?
No, they played They played not even one song.
Oh yeah, that was it. They played one. Not even a single song.
They were on for about 50 minutes and they
Yeah.
played
The
some
intro.
of one album because they've released 2 albums in the last 5 years. One
just
of
takes
the-
2 weeks to play it.
Both of them one song. One of them
Yeah,
was
it's a
about
one-song
85
album.
minutes and the other one was about 95 minutes. And
Bloody hell.
They
Yeah,
played,
they are insane.
I love it.
They just took what we all know Sleep with the 1 hour song. They were just like, right, we're gonna do that and we're gonna do more.
But slower.
slower.
Nice. Oh, bollocks.
Oh, he's done it. It's finally happened.
First time today.
Quickly. Put that on listeners and viewers. Put that on your score sheet of Tom dropping his...
Do we have shots we
notes.
can take? Or...
Yeah, I mean, we should.
that should be a drinking game.
We should, yeah.
Yes, Ironslug, they were very, very good. They
were great, really
I
great.
don't know, that sound they created with just 2 people is insane.
Yeah.
Turns out their drummer was a former bass player, and then he decided he can play drums as well. Kind of like you, just does everything.
Do whatever. And now you
Yeah.
play keys, so you do literally everything.
And also, Iron Slug, we actually caught them for an interview.
We did.
So maybe I'll insert it into this video. Maybe I won't. Either way, it'll be uploaded somewhere. You can go watch it.
Yeah, enjoy. They're good blokes. They had a 6-hour drive to do after playing here.
Wow.
From
Yeah.
Kent, like that was a long ass way to go.
Fair play.
So they did Cardiff the night before and then here. I hope it was a good weekend for them. So, anything else we've been to?
I think that's it, isn't it?
That's it.
Yeah, that was literally last Sunday. Yeah.
As we're probably be pushed in time, I won't do all the gigs that are coming up. However, as we have some special guests, is there anything you could tell us, maybe?
Just anything. Can we tell
Anything
you
in general.
anything? That's,
Particularly
quite a
if you're playing would be nice, but...
Yeah, well, in terms of gigs, we've got one coming up at Exchange on 28th of October, them and 1986.
The whole year.
Yes. We're going back to
Wow.
1986.
Oh, you need to make a reference to that.
So yeah, we're opening the night. It's a real pleasure. They saw us at the final of Metals to the Masses, and I guess they were just like, "That's the band that's opening." for
Nice.
us."
I really hope they play a Bowling for Soup cover.
Oh, what 1986?
1986.
Right, okay, yeah. I was like Moon Reaper. I don't really see the relevance
No,
there. but-
1986.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense.
Yes.
But yeah, at the moment, that's what we've got lined up. We do have few cool things next year as well. A couple of festivals that
Nice.
haven't yet been announced, but keep an eye on the
Festivals
Vulture
that we've
God.
already talked about, maybe.
Not those ones, no.
year after,
okay,
100%.
okay.
We're going to do the thing,
download,
though. Local band. Big things coming.
big things coming.
Watch this space.
But yeah, I mean, aside from that, I think the biggest thing is our debut EP that we're
Yes.
I'm looking very forward to this.
Have been working on for the sort of year up to this point, really. So it's getting there, but with all these things, it always ends up taking longer than you would like, especially when you want it to be a good product.
And do metal to the masses at the same time.
Yeah, well, this is the other thing. It's like, we kicked off this project properly at the beginning of the year. Metal to the Masses was very much a kind of like, we wanted to really focus on our live performance and
100%.
improving that. We had you joining the band, you had to learn, you had to come up with parts, and it's like, you can't really record an EP when it's not fully written as well.
Yeah.
So you do what you can, but it's also like jamming things out. Even when you ended up recording some of your keys, our producer Max he's great. Like, he's actually offered a lot of ideas, and some of them have ended up being in the EP.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that it's taken a little bit longer than we would have liked, but at the same time, we've focused on so many other really important things, really upped our live performance, which I think is obviously very important as well.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, we are pretty much at the tail end of the EP now. And all I can really say is follow us on Instagram, Facebook, all of that stuff. Vulture God. Do it.
All the links, link in bio.
You know, you will hear some good stuff soon. I do promise
Really
you.
looking forward to
Looking
it.
forward
Really
to
looking
it.
forward to it.
Can you
So
kind of
honestly,
tell us a
like-
little bit more, maybe how many songs or links?
Yeah,
or...
sure.
Yeah, go on.
So 3 songs. One of the
One is 95 minutes long.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny because we were like, right, let's start with 3 songs just to get some music out there, and then it's like taken us like more than half a year so far.
Nothing wrong with that, though.
But
That'd be
no,
awesome.
I'm confident that we've already started planting the seeds for the next EP, so we are going to keep things rolling.
Good.
And as soon as this one starts to be released, don't worry, we will be working on getting more songs out because 3 songs, it gives you a taste.
Yeah.
But that's of course you're going to want to hear more.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And we definitely do as well. So yeah, we're definitely on the grind of recording now. But yeah, we're hoping to get at least a single out soon.
Recording in Bristol.
Yep. So Max Thackeray, Exordium Studios.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, he's an insane producer. Very, very knowledgeable person, and well, yeah, you'll hear what he's capable of soon, and us, obviously. It's 90% us, and 10% him, and definitely not the other way around. But yeah, music will be out soon, so yeah, keep your eyes.
You going to release the
and
singles
ears.
off it, or are you going to just do the whole thing
Yeah,
in one go?
so there
or?
will be 2 singles. So apparently, the intro to this podcast episode will be using a clip of one of those singles. So if you like what you hear, you get a little bit of a taste of what's coming, and that should at least give you an idea of the kind of production value and how it's sounding.
It's gonna be
And
awesome.
if you think, oh, that sounds great, but there's bloody keyboards, let us know that as well, because then they can get rid of
quickly
me.
before we release it, get in touch, let us know so we can boot this guy out very quickly.
This is like
honestly,
your third
really-
morning. I hear you getting fired for not winning Metal to the Masses. You were the little lucky charm that failed.
Yeah, well,
No, I mean, honestly, I'm really looking forward to it because, you guys really were one of my standout bands of Metal to the Masses. Obviously, I'll be totally honest, didn't know who you guys were beforehand, went in completely blind. Obviously, saw you guys without you, but then saw you guys with you, and I was like, oh, this is crazy. It's gone up another level.
Nice.
Genuinely, really like your guys, really like you guys, really like your guys' sound. I just thought you guys were awesome. So, can't wait to hear some
Yeah,
cool
thank you. It
recording
means a
stuff.
lot.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great.
I think we're always trying to do something different as well. I mean, it's been really nice to hear the things that we think about ourselves that actually other people have been telling us.
Yeah.
You sound like Gojira.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Hey!
We've done our job.
It's interesting because I struggle to
so-
tell people what you guys sat. So many people. I'd be like, "There's this band I really been liking at Metal to the Masses called Vulture God," and then people are like, "Oh, what do they sound like?" And I'm like, mathcore, but not mathcore, but
find that
prog,
really
but not prog,
interesting,
but this,
yeah,
but not
math.
this, but this, but not that, and everyone's like, "So they don't sound like anything." And
That's
I'm like,
really good.
Yes,
I mean, that's,
yes, they sound like
Sort of.
nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, for me personally, that's the biggest compliment you can
Yeah.
pay. So it does. It
no,
does mean
honestly,
a lot,
that's I really enjoy it.
But yeah, I think we definitely just try to. I love a lot of different music, a lot of different subgenres of metal, and I think definitely we try to sort of incorporate, within reason, to make a song sort of cohesive and stuff.
Yeah.
But each song we do try to kind of craft an identity.
For the song
each
itself,
track, and,
it's no all killer, no filler, as they say.
Yeah, and I think we are working on new stuff at the moment as well. Obviously, we played a new song in the final, which
Yep.
I think so far is for me personally, that's the best track we've written.
And didn't that work out that you had a doom metal musician join the band? Because the breakdown riff in that song, when you showed it to me, you played it 4 times, and I was like, guys, this riff doesn't happen enough times. We need to play this riff more times.
We did it 16 more times.
It was actually that was just before the wall of death moment where I just
Nice.
basically said, right, you need to split this fucking place open. So it's the riff that comes in after that. We were trying to figure out how long to play that riff for, and you were like, 16 times.
16
and it just makes sense now. It's just like, well, yeah, of course. Why didn't we think that in the first place? But yeah, no, I love that track.
The thing I found the most surprising about the reaction that we got from all of the heats is that people thought we were playing to a click and we weren't.
Yeah,
Oh,
that as
really?
well.
We thought that.
People thought there was no click. Thomas Noakes on the drums, he's a machine.
Oh,
He's a
honestly,
great drummer.
massive shout out to
Great
Tom
drummer.
Noakes. He's just, I mean, like, what a gift to have.
Yeah.
A drummer that,
Yeah.
not just technical, but like machine precision and the energy and power that he has. I mean, that guy lives for drums.
Nice.
He does.
I mean, he is.
In
I think-
fact, I offered him a free ticket to Arctangent that one of my mates was giving away that he won. And Tom's actual words to me were, I would, but I'm going on holiday with my family the week after, and I can't contemplate not playing drums for that long.
Wow.
honestly, the guy.
Love it.
Married to the game. Absolutely.
But it shows, doesn't it? Because
Yeah,
he
exactly.
sits behind
He's
the
great.
and he
He's
plays.
amazing.
I
Yeah.
think we showed
Lovely
up.
fella too.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Really nice guy,
I
because we
think-
chatted to him, yeah.
I think we turned up for the final and he said, "Yeah, I played the set 3 times already."
What, today?
Yeah. I mean, that's literally him. Like every game before rehearsal, he's like,
I've already rehearsed for 4 hours.
and he also works as well. So I mean, he's constantly playing
Great.
drums. He
That's
is
amazing.
Yeah,
That's
I
like
mean, he
you guys
lives
said,
off it.
it's a blessing, isn't it, having a drummer like that? So
Rare skill that is.
Yeah.
Someone that's that invested.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a massive asset without a doubt.
Well, we look forward to the new EP because I've seen a review before. Has been fantastic. So it's
thank you
gonna
very
be
much.
awesome. It'll be nice to actually have stuff that we can share. As in, like when people say, "What do Vulture God sound like?" Like, go
I know
here.
you'll have to imagine it at the
And,
moment.
now I
but
don't have to do
soon.
my weird little people anymore. I can just be like,
Yeah.
play a song. Yeah.
As this is going to be a bit of a longer episode, there's a few things coming up that I think we should mention. As this episode comes out, the 27th biannual Metal Festival is on,
Yes, of course.
which is obviously here in the Griffin. Great beer
John's
festival.
bringing the beer.
Uh,
Camera certified for, what is it, 13, 14 years now?
something like
Like
that.
that, yeah.
So if you don't know, he puts cask on up here. He's down bar downstairs as well. And overall, it's good beer and lots of it, lots of different beer.
Lots of beer.
Nice.
So yes, come to Griffin for that one because it's always a good night, good weekend. In fact, it's 4 days of it. So drink the place dry will be John's request. What else do I go
Rude
into?
not to.
Yeah, right? Exactly. There's Glastonbury happening on the 13th.
Yep.
Best named festival ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
it.
great.
Love
It's
it.
fantastic. Do we want to line out or do we put up on socials after?
Oscara are playing, aren't they?
They are, yeah?
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
friends of ours.
Yeah,
Great
love
Yeah,
guys.
good old Jake.
Bristol.
Bristol.
We can give you the full description. So we have Guttural Slug, which is Danish slam. Iniquitous, I think, savagery.
And this is the names written in normal font,
Yeah.
not even the logos.
I have to love the poster for it. Have you seen the poster for Glastonbury?
Yeah, it's just
It's just
Yeah,
as
it's
in under
mess.
it, it's very small English.
Unreadable, unreadable logo.
Except under it, they've written
yeah.
it properly.
Brilliant.
But yeah, I can't pronounce it. I'm too stupid to say that one. Anyway, the brutal death metal. You have Vulgar Dissection, great name, which is death metal. Stitched, which is heavy hardcore. Mechanized, which have definitely played here because I spotted their sticker earlier. They're Death Trash. Public Execution, which is grindcore. Anxiety Chord, which is death trash metalcore. Oscaria, we've already mentioned, which is death doom. And best name of it, Grotty Scrummers,
nice.
Nice. Love it.
which is grind. So yeah, that is now in the full moon because it used to be at Moore, but Moore are in the bad books.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So that is now.
I've never seen a metal gig at the full moon before.
No, nor have I.
a
I have no
weird-
idea what to expect for it.
It's an interesting venue. I think they've cleaned it up a little bit these days. But from back in the day, it used to be a bit weird. So I'm hoping it's good. It should be good. Yeah.
Hopefully, it's filled with the right crowd and not some weirdos, and they're kind of going, "What has happened?
Yeah.
I want my reared pint." Yeah. There's 4 more on that day. Some of the bigger ones the week after is Black Gold on the 17th September, which is the rap new metal
Great.
style. Very good. Then on the 18th, there's Necrogoblicon, Allegion,
Need to get a ticket for that. Need to get a ticket for
Where's
that.
Didn't know they were
Necrogoblicon?
playing.
That is in Electric.
Electric. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Really looking forward to that. I need to get a ticket.
Because Dickie Allen's the vocalist now, isn't he?
He has his own podcast, doesn't he now, which he does
I
as the
didn't.
Goblin. Do you not know that?
Wait, he's.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm.
The Goblin podcast guy.
John Goblicon.
Yeah.
The right now.
Yeah.
Wait, has he always been John Goblicon? Because that
think
podcast has
so.
been around for years.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure it's always been the same guy. He's the guy from Necrogoblicon, isn't he? That's what I always thought.
No, I think he's a completely because
You're
like he's
joking.
like
Have
the
I
mascot.
been thinking the same Goblin guy?
No, so their vocalist, their frontman used to be called, I think his stage name was like Scorpion or some weird thing like that. And the Right Now podcast, I said that in a really weird way, but the podcast, it's been around for a long time. I used to love that shit. And that was way before Dickie even joined the band. And John Goblicon, I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong, but
We'll have to have a look
nobody
later.
knows who he is, and he just comes on stage and he's just the mascot. He's not the vocalist. But I don't think anyone actually knows
I love
who
it.
he
No,
is.
lore. I love it. Lore. 'Cause the podcast is hilarious.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. I haven't watched it recently, but when it first started...
Do you see the one where it's like not Fred Durst, but definitely Fred Durst, but not Fred Durst?
Yeah,
in the
I definitely saw
balaclava?
clips of it.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Great.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Sorry, anyway, complete sidetrack.
good.
But no, I have to look that up because I just always presumed it was the same guy.
No,
Yeah, okay, cool.
supposedly not. But maybe I'm completely wrong.
Lore. I love lore.
It's going to be a good gig as well.
Yeah,
So,
looking forward to it.
That is the 18th of September. So Necrogoblicon are headlining a Legion, or Algian, whichever I say it as a Legion, which are very heavy support. Party Cannon, which we saw for Deathclock,
Love Party Cannon.
and Grief Ritual, who also I think
Grief
are
Ritual are
violently
great.
heavy.
I've seen them as well, yeah.
So that's going to be awesome. I'm going to take it for that. On the same day is King 810 or 810, whichever way you want to...
Honestly, one of the best live bands I've ever seen.
Interesting.
They're
I thought they
sinister
were one of
live.
the worst bands I've ever seen.
No, but the thing is, they were at one point, they really went off the rails and were not good at all. I used to really, really like them.
Yeah, we had
from,
a
like,
whole
the
discussion
first-
about them. It's interesting.
The first album that they released was great, and then they took a completely different turn. Like, that second album, which name is escaping me.
Oh, God, yeah, like that.
They had Memoirs of a Murderer, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure was the first one.
Yeah.
Or maybe that was the EP, I can't remember. It's A Conversation with God. Or,
That was the one that was
Le
on,
Petit
yeah.
Mort or something like that.
Yeah.
That second album is, like, honestly, so incredible. Like, it's really, really
They're
interesting.
a really interesting band. They're really odd. They've
And David
switched
Gunn, the frontman, I mean, they have lived the
The lyrics.
shit.
Yeah.
In
It's
Flint,
bad.
Michigan, I mean, like, it's insane. And I'm pretty sure they still live there as well.
Yeah, no. This, I mean, we pretty much had this whole thing because I was the one who kind of probably listened to them the most out of us three, and I was like, yeah, there's all this, been to prison, this. They're kind of almost classed as a gang sometimes, but they're not, and all the stuff
But
around Flint.
they've kind of
and,
grown
like,
out of that, and they had a point, I think it was the drummer and the guitar player that left, and I think things went downhill a bit. I kind of lost track of them and didn't really watch them. I used to love them. And then they played Bloodstock 2, maybe 3 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, it was
and they
23
actually-
because they opened on the Sophie the Thursday.
The Thursday. Wow.
Yeah.
What a set.
Yeah. They were
Like-
behind the kind of barbed wire.
Yeah,
screen
and they
things,
had
weren't
the
they?
guy kind of like acting as a president with some sort of mask on. Honestly, that set, David Gunn, his performance, visceral, raw. The emotion pours out of him.
Yeah.
It's like, honestly, I don't know many more, like, any other vocalist that put on such a raw performance that just, like, yeah, I don't know. It's insane.
Yeah. No, great stuff.
Totally agree. So that was on the same day. Need to go this way. It doesn't say. Oh, it does say who the sports are, which is Banks Arcade, which I've never heard of. Some kind of hard rock metalcore outfit. Never heard of them. That's in Tekla, so that's going to be a fucking kick-ass gig, though. And the only other one
Sometimes if Thekla put on really heavy bands, it can be a little bit quiet.
because they're probably afraid of
Because
knocking it off.
I saw Decapitated at Thekla once,
way.
and
Really?
it was
Where was that?
and it was a little bit quiet.
I don't know if I've ever seen like a. Well, actually, I saw King 810 there.
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Now that I think about it, I actually met David Gunn that night as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I was quite young. I don't really, or at least a lot younger than I am now. Don't really remember.
No, I don't know. Yeah, the
Go for it.
Thekla is an interesting one because obviously it normally just
Amazing
caters to the
venue.
students.
It
That
is
was
very
great.
cool.
to be
Very cool.
clear,
Maybe they just don't want to rock the boat.
hey, it probably is something to do with that. To be fair.
Yeah.
Genuinely, yeah.
Yeah, that if it
probably
kind of
is.
fell into the water, it would sink.
Yes,
Funny enough, going back to Bronx, I saw Ghost of a Thousand in Bronx there years and years ago, and they actually tried to get everyone to run backwards and forwards in the crowd to see if they could.
they will have been banned.
Yeah, pretty much.
That would have ended bad because a good venue would have gone into the water. The only other one I want to mention, we'll put the rest up in socials because we're a bit short on time and I know there's other things to do, is Griffest. So that is, again, in the Griffin. It's Griffest 15.
Yeah,
15th
15
year
years.
of the Griffin.
Nice.
So it is Thursday to the Sunday. Thursday is yet to be announced for bands. The Friday has, Jesus, can't even read my own thing, and my notebook is gone. Survivalist, which is Groovecore. Monochrome, who won Bristol Metal to Masses.
Nice.
Thylacine, we mentioned at the start. Andromedus, which is electronic dance metal.
They
so I
are
assume
cool.
They're cool.
They are a cool band.
I'm going to say something like Electric Callboy. No?
To somebody who is very much not into that genre, that is what it reminds me of, but they're really good.
Okay. Seems
They
like
put
an
on a
odd one
show.
to put here.
I can see it working.
yeah,
I think it'll be really good. And they're lovely guys. They're really nice guys.
Cool.
And they do put on a good show. They've got lots of fun masks.
Yeah, I've
and
never
things.
never seen them live, but I would like to.
Also,
They're good.
everyone forgets John's like into like a lot of really weird music. Like,
True, yeah.
I know he runs the Bristol heavy metal pub, but he's into a lot of very like heavy genre, like sub-genre stuff. So yeah.
So that's day 2. Day 3 is to be announced, so he hasn't announced them yet. And day 4 is it's actually by the same guys that brought Iron Slug here, the Road to Masochist.
They
so
do lots of good gigs. They do.
So you know what the day is going to be. You'll love it, actually. So it's Nomadic Rituals, which is Sludge Doom.
Nice.
Boilcaster, again, same style.
Very good band.
Dungeon, which I think this is one of those bands I mentioned earlier. If you've got a very generic name, when you look them up, there's lots
very
of
hard
Dungeon
to find.
bands.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine.
So I think they're Doom. The ones I found were Doom. It would make sense given the day.
It would make sense.
Yeah.
And then Empire Dust, which Theo, I know you're a big
Nice.
fan of.
Dust, they're so good.
So yeah, they're Bristol-based, kind of doomy, sludgy, all go with the vibe. On the same day as we came as Romans, if that's your thing, actually. But come to the Griffin. Griffin's better. Yes, that's all I'm going to go through because I will rant for hours otherwise. Anyone else want to go through anything?
Yes, I've got one, and it's not been announced yet, but I'm pretty sure by the time this episode comes out, it will be announced. So if I'm spoiling it, guys, I'm really sorry.
Soon to lose.
I know, but Cruelty Circuit will be doing their double EP launch on the 15th of November at the Croft. So the Croft will be
Nice.
open by then. Very
Nice.
exciting.
That's cool.
They do have some opening bands. I cannot remember who they are, and my phone is currently recording the video for this podcast, so I can't double check. But yeah, 15th of November at the Croft, Cruelty Circuit double EP launch.
Awesome.
Not one to be missed.
Nice.
Cruelty for my
awesome
fire.
band.
I really hope they get the bananas back out.
Oh yeah, 100%, can't wait. And then I guess to kind of finish off, I mean, I'm going to talk about Damnation again. Obviously, me and Jen are going, trying to convince Tom to go. They won't stop announcing bands that I like, so they
Primordial just got added.
So selfish.
you know,
Why
it's
they
just,
do
I
this?
know, but so they've announced the headliners ages ago, like Napalm Death and Corrosion Conformity, and then they go, oh, by the way, Animal Nathrak are playing. Oh, by the way, Devil Soul Their Soul are playing. They're playing their first 2 albums. Oh, by the way, Raging Speedhorn are now going to play, and they're going to play a fan-done set where the fans vote on what
I
they're
love
going to
that
have.
shit.
And it won't stop announcing like band after band after band. I just keep on looking at this line. How the fuck am I going to see everything? So yeah, just love Damn. I can't wait to go. It's going to be really good.
Yeah, so Primordial have been added to it now as well.
Yep.
That's a huge because they don't come out of hiding
No,
very
they
often.
don't come out of hiding very often. So
So
Damnation
that's-
is that festival that does seem to pull those kinds of bands out for
Yeah.
things like that.
And
so.
they're all doing weird and good stuff.
Yeah.
As you said, like fan-based
But like
stuff.
I said, and
and
Damnation does a lot of that thing of like bands playing like their first album in full, or like that kind of, so you get to, see like, a band and hear the songs that you thought that you'd never hear them tour normally, so love it.
Very
Great.
cool. Gentlemen, you have anything else you're going to or aware of? Or?
I've got Unwound playing at the Fleece. They're like a legendary noise rock band.
Cool.
That were one of the first to do the sort of post-hardcore thing before post-hardcore became what it is now.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd get to see them, and so I'm going to, and that's going to be amazing. I actually got a ticket for My Bloody Valentine in November, which I'm super excited about, because I never thought I'd get to see them either, because they just don't do things. And now they are doing 5 things, 5 shows, as many as 5 shows. I was like, right, got to. But I tried to get one they initially announced 1 show in Dublin, and I actually got a ticket, and then Ticketmaster Ireland wouldn't let me pay for it because it made you put in an address,
Oh,
and it had to be an Irish address.
That's some bullshit.
It
crazy.
was.
Yeah.
I was upset.
Oh, yeah,
Especially because
understandably.
I had the ticket there in
Fucking
my basket.
Ticketmaster.
And I was like, oh my god, this is going to be so good. They're one of my favourite bands. Oh, it won't let me pay for it. Yeah. But then they announced the UK ones, and I did get a ticket for that. And then Clutch in December.
Nice.
Clutch. That'd be good.
They're always amazing.
I have got very soon. It's Night Versus with Dune playing at the Fleece, which will be very cool. Our
Excellent.
friends Dune,
I'll have to come to that. June are great
the
live.
French Scottish band. Yeah, they are great. And then after that, Conjurer are playing in Bristol in November. One of my favourite bands in terms of live bands. Not many that top them for me, to be honest. Fucking sensational. And then Yob is the big one for me, which we were just discussing because I potentially have a spare ticket.
I will take
I've
that
never
ticket.
seen
Oh.
Yob.
I would love to
It's
see
so
Yob.
good.
Yob are amazing.
So yeah, we're gonna go see Yob. That's in London. I think they're probably top of my bucket list now in terms of bands that I haven't seen. So saying that I think I might have mentioned earlier, I also don't listen to a lot of Doom, but Yob is like the exception.
Right.
I fucking love Yob.
Yeah.
Such a cool band, and actually one of the songs that I think we've played at pretty much every single gig that we play, Ungrounded Groundhog, the main riff of that, so it's like it comes in clean at first. It's quite a weird riff, but that was kind of me trying to write a riff similar to Adrift in the Ocean by Yob. They don't really sound that similar, but it was like me quite a few years ago kind of like taking that as a starting point and
Nice
being
story,
like, right,
bro.
I'm going to write something similar, and that's what I came out with. You probably wouldn't hear the riff and think of Adrift in the Ocean.
You're selling
But
this
that
so
is-
well, mate.
Well, the problem is, like Mike Shite, he does like a lot of the whole chicken picking thing, hybrid picking.
He does
and, like,
do that.
I didn't used to be able to do that. Obviously, I've been trying to learn a lot of it recently. I've gotten pretty good, but like, yeah.
If you do say so yourself.
I do say so myself. But yeah, so like Yob have actually had a big influence on me and my writing, and that has actually, in some weird way, yeah, definitely been incorporated in the Vulture God sound. So yeah,
Very
really,
cool.
really excited for them. I think they're absolutely phenomenal.
As am I now.
Yeah, there we go. Apart from that, I don't know if I've got anything else coming up. I'm probably missing something huge. I can look at my calendar.
I mean, there'll be loads of local bands I want to see, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
always
probably.
that's always looking on Instagram on the day and being like, they're playing. Okay, cool. That's what I'm doing.
Blood
Or your favorite
Incantation.
podcast.
Blood Incantation.
Blood
Yeah,
Incantation.
we need to go see
That's
them.
the other massive one.
Well, I think still the highest scoring album of
Yeah.
our album reviews that we've
good.
done on
That
the
last album is
podcast.
incredible.
Yeah. It
Absolutely
is.
incredible.
It's like,
Yeah.
I think I saw someone say this, or maybe I came up with it. I don't know. It's probably not me, but like if Pink Floyd were death metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dueling theremins. That's what I need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really looking
Really
forward
great.
to that.
That's gonna be good.
That's gonna be so
Do you have a
good.
ticket yet?
Yeah.
You get a
Oh
ticket.
yeah.
Let's get a ticket, yeah.
Are you going?
You are
Not
now.
currently.
You should. You'll like it.
I should.
You'll like it.
I know I will like it.
Yeah.
I should get a ticket.
Well, we'll meet you there and have a beer.
Let's
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, definitely.
We just need to get tickets.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Where are they
do that
playing?
soon. Electric.
Electric. Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
It's
Okay.
electric.
Yeah. So
Nice.
the sound will be awesome.
Nice.
Good shout out to Giles. I like it.
Wow.
Hope you appreciate that too.
Yeah.
I think we're probably nearing the end.
I think that's it, yeah.
Unfortunately, I mean we could probably talk for hours, but then
Yeah.
People might stop listening
They
if
might.
they haven't.
But honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on. Like
Thanks for having us
genuinely.
on. No, it
Thank you
means-
so much.
it
Yeah,
means
no,
a lot.
it's been lovely.
Yeah, it's been awesome. We've been fans since we saw you on day one, and
Yeah.
we
Thank
look
you very
forward to
much.
seeing what's coming. Look forward
Exactly.
to the EP.
100%.
Let us know of the gigs when you can officially let us know.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
we'll be sure to be there.
Yeah,
and
we'll keep
review
on
again.
grinding. We'll keep writing stuff and playing gigs, and they'll get longer and longer and longer.
And then you'll do one song.
Yeah, and then we'll do.
That's the dream.
Not
That's the
even
dream.
all of one song. That's the goal.
That's the goal. One day. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, guys. It's been excellent
Thank
having
you.
you.
Cheers. Thanks for having us.
We've been Fuel for My Fire, episode 28, and see you in the pits.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.